ESPN 710, Los Angeles. Sports.
And it is the biggest show on the radio. Mason and Arnold is on for your Monday afternoon.
Somebody had to put the card physically under his butt without him knowing.
Of course, on this President's Day, we have to think of the greatest president that's ever lived in this country. Even though he was fictional. Happy President's Day, President Josiah Bartlett.
It's the old West Wing line I always steal. Never doubt that a small group of committed citizens can change the world, because it's the only thing that ever has.
Meanwhile, Mason and Ireland's NBA All-Star break continues, and that means the Corporate Greg takeover continues. Day 3 of Corporate Greg with DeMarco Farr, Rams Super Bowl champion. Greg and DeMarco have you covered this wet Monday. Be safe out there, by the way. Press producer Laura's here. Producer Brian Cohen. We're all over it, yo. We're going to get you through the rainy feelings.
Rainy days and Mondays, always.
Burger, here. Burger. Good burger.
Exactly right. Let's get to it. Celebrating their 20th year on ESPN LA, even though they're not here today. Mason and Ireland with Corporate Greg and DeMarco Farr right now.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Did you ever watch West Wing, DeMarco?
That's the President show, right?
The one they were talking about in the open there from Morales?
No, I know. I've one or two.
See, that's one of those shows that Morales is really trying to get me to watch, but I just can't turn it on. I
hear
don't
it's
know
fantastic,
why. It's supposed to be amazing.
Yeah, it is. A lot of people I knew were into it. That's the problem. I got into it too late, and they were already talking about it, and I felt like the outsider, so I just waited, and then the show ended.
So you know what it's all about? Like, I don't even know what it's about. So if I went in and watched it, I would be completely shocked by everything.
I mean, it's about the president and the politics and stuff. I miss that. I miss Miami Vice. I miss Game of Thrones.
You miss Game of Thrones?
Because I got into it too late. Yeah.
Just start it now. You'll be fine. But then stop.
Yeah.
Stop after the 5th season. Watch maybe like 2 episodes in the 6th season. And then stop watching anything else.
I don't want to know anything. Just let me watch the show. See what I mean? Just let me watch.
What's going on, Laura? Did you have a good weekend?
Oh, man, I had a really busy, great weekend, even though I wanted a chill weekend. But you know what? I can't complain. I did a lot.
You went to a Latinos in radio thing? What was that about?
So there is a PR called Sour Apple PR. They put together a panel of people who are, doing their thing here in LA. So we shout out other stations. So there was Lechero from 96.3. There was Gabby Diaz, my girl from Kiss FM. Cici La Mamacita or Cici Valencia from K-Day. So there was a lot of people. Chuy Martinez was there.
Oh, nice.
And it was pretty much a Q&A for people to kind of understand the struggles that you have as a Latino in media and Latino in radio. So I loved it. I mean, there's people that I knew from back in the day when I started radio, people that I've met, new faces. And I always stress this. We don't have enough representation in media. So seeing a group of people who are very successful in what they're doing in radio, male and female, oh, man, I was like, let's go.
So what was your favorite moment?
I had a few. So one of them was talking to Lechero, who works with Jeff G. And Jeff is the person that gave me an opportunity in radio. So when I was at Power 106. So I was like, yo, just tell him I said what's up, because I haven't seen him. Busy, life happens. So that was probably one. And then the other, just kind of reconnecting, because I got away from networking and just seeing people in the business. Because I'm like, the last thing I want to do is go talk about work. You know what I mean? Like
on a weekend?
Yeah, on a weekend. Like, yo, but understanding that there is community within the media and in the radio circle, and because we don't have a lot of representation, being able to just like reconnect with people and meet new people, that was probably dope for me.
That's pretty cool. Yeah. What about you, Brian? What'd you get into?
Went out on a couple dates over this weekend.
You went on a couple dates?
I went on a little.
Oh, no, with Allison.
With Allison.
Be clear that you went on with Allison.
Right. We didn't do the whole, we didn't go out on Valentine's
She's listening,
Day. Right. So we didn't go out on Valentine's, so we saved it for the weekend. So we went to a nice little lunch Saturday, saw a movie too kind of thing. And then yesterday.
What'd you see?
Or that was the other day, Bob Marley.
Oh, Oh, that's right. Okay,
Bob. It was just okay.
You like Bob? Yeah,
it was.
You said it was okay, or you liked it?
I thought it was okay. I mean, I'm a huge diehard Bob Marley fan, and like I've seen all the other documentaries and things like that.
Yeah.
So I think I was expecting a little more.
It's going to be hard for you to enjoy because you
Right,
love Bob
yes,
so much.
yes.
Okay,
I mean,
got you.
although the music in that, unbelievable.
Yeah,
It was great.
okay.
So it's worth seeing.
So
kind of
lunch,
deal.
movie.
Yesterday, actually, we went to a brand new Italian place in Long Beach, and fresh pizza, homemade pasta.
Ooh.
Oh, love
Talk
those
about
places.
yes, it was. I think it's brand new. It's like you have to have a reservation to get in, kind of a deal. So
Really?
it's super nice.
For pizza, you got to have a reservation?
Pizza and pasta. That's all they had.
When it's
high
handmade
class.
pasta,
Yeah.
when it's handmade pasta, you usually have to get a reservation
Where
for
did
those
you
types of
go?
places.
I'm gonna get the name wrong, but it was like La Antica or
La
something
Antica?
like that. Yeah,
You wearing a suit?
He's in Long Beach.
I
I know
mean, I was
nothing about.
dressed a little nice.
Oh, you have to dress up to go in.
Oh,
Okay.
it was a nicer place. Yes.
Okay, I'm used to you only in this.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
We need pictures, bro. It didn't happen.
That's the
I need to
last-
see you dressed up.
Oh, but you know what they say about the pasta high? That's real. I was so happy last night after I had that food. I was like,
Pasta high?
man,
Yeah.
It's like a
there's
runner's
You can get
high.
high on pasta?
Yeah.
there's some new studies that say like
Carbs, bro.
eating pasta like mentally makes you like happier. Kind
Mental.
of a deal.
Mental note. We're going to have pasta at the
It
house.
works.
You're not eating that yet.
Trust me.
You're not anymore. You're
I
not
can
eating
eat pasta.
You can eat pasta.
I can
okay.
eat pasta, just veggie pasta and whatnot. But yeah.
Okay, so it has to
I
be
don't
a
think I've
certain
ever-
type.
I haven't had pizza in a suit ever.
Oh, so
Why
good.
would you?
Pizza
Yeah.
in a suit is
I
It's
haven't
like the
had
fancy
pizza in a
pizza
suit
too,
ever.
you
Have
know,
you?
like a
No.
Yes.
margarita pizza or whatever, like the fancy kind. You know, there's no like cheese
Wait,
or
wait.
pepperoni. There's no pepperoni pizza.
That's
on the
not
menu.
pizza then.
Oh no, trust me, it
Hold
was
on.
delicious.
Brian, are you saying that margarita pizza is fancy
Oh,
pizza?
it's fancier than like a cheese or a pepperoni. You know?
I love this guy. That's my man right there. Yes,
That's
sir.
amazing.
You ain't getting
Stone
margarita
cold.
pizza at like Domino's.
Yes,
I
you
don't think.
are.
Yes, you are.
Yes, you can.
Go to California Pizza Kitchen. They have a delicious
Yes,
margarita
and
pizza.
That's not tuxedo-ness, you know.
Not in a suit. Come on.
All right, DeMarco, you. This is one I was saving it. I want to know because you went to Dave and Buster's.
Yeah. Oh gosh, my calves. Oh, my calves, and my feet.
How are you sore
What?
from a Dave and Buster's? That
Okay.
doesn't make
It
sense
was
to me.
My niece,
All right.
8-year-old birthday party. So she brought her classmates. So there's 20 girls in there, and they're in the 2nd grade. And have you had a party at Dave and Buster's?
I was just at one 2 weeks ago.
Did you have the private room?
No.
Okay,
Baller.
So this is my family, right? So God love them, but I've done it there too. So that just means you bring people into a room, you feed them, and then you turn them loose into the game room. And then they say parents have to follow their kids because they're not going to. So I had a group. Every parent had like 4 kids. So I'm chasing these little 8-year-old girls around, and there's no chairs in there.
Oh yeah, no, they're going all over the place.
Everywhere with these unlimited wristbands. I was so mad at my brother. Like you couldn't give them cards to where it would run out so we can at least take a break. Unlimited.
Unlimited? Oh,
Unlimited.
that's wild.
So the party was at 2:30. They ate. They hit the game room by 3 o'clock, and we had the room until like 6. And we only sat down one time.
Oh, you must have been crazy sore today.
Going crazy all over the joint, and there's nowhere to sit or lean.
And there's
Yeah.
nothing else to do besides because Dave and Buster's is Vegas for children.
Yes.
And it's just all these lights and sounds and everything's going off and it's absolutely crazy. So
Yeah. So instead of
It's
money,
overload.
they fight for the tickets. So that when you get tickets, you get to buy stuff in the gift room. So
Right.
when they discovered that, they want to play every game that gets tickets. So we have to go all the way back across the room, and then all the way back up to the front to see how much you have, and then all the way back across the room. It was insane. It really was. It's not fair for parents.
did you play at all? Did you?
No,
No, you didn't even get to play.
No, I mean I'm in dad mode. I'm hyper vigilant. I'm checking out everybody that walks by. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I do. At
Yeah.
8 years old, sure, I get it. Like Riley is 12 years old, so at 12, I can just kind of let her do her thing. And if I want to play games, I'll go play games. I'm really good at Connect Four, like basketball.
Oh yeah.
That one, I was big fan.
I did try to steer them to the games that I like.
Right.
Yeah, just try, and I think I got one. I got the Fruit Ninja,
Oh, yeah, I've never been good at that game.
but I got one, so I got to play a little bit, and then they broke out and went to their games.
They're like, I'm done.
yeah,
We're going over
the
here.
Hungry Hippo thing.
Yeah.
Have you seen that one, the full size?
Yeah, the gigantic one. You sit down and you actually like pull it back and forth and try and grab.
I thought this was my op to sit down, and they got it was like music
Can you hear me, Brad?
there for that
Can
one.
you hear me?
I was so tired. I went to sleep at 8 o'clock. I was so tired.
8 o'clock.
8 o'clock at night.
So
Party
that
was
was-
over at 6. I was asleep by 8.
Oh, good for you.
Oh, good.
Yeah, good.
Does it alert you when I talk to you? Oh, that was like, oh, that's crazy. I have a random question. You know when I talked about sour apple? Is there a way to clip that? I can do it. I don't want you to do it. You sure? Thank you.
189.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
Greg, you were right. It's terrible.
Whoa!
Greg, you
Give
were
it to
right.
me again. Oh, I
Greg,
love that. I
you
have a
were
drop
right.
of Ireland saying that. I love all of
It's
those.
so
I
embarrassing.
never get it.
It's so embarrassing. As like professional athletes, how in the world can you call that an effort? That is so bad.
There's no fix to it either. Like you can't change it unless you go back in time to what it was in 2020 or when like Kobe or Michael or those guys are playing.
You have to change people. But I have an idea to make them play harder.
Okay.
What would you think naming it after Kobe? The Mamba
Naming
Classic.
it after Kobe.
The Mamba Classic. Because Mamba mentality. I mean, the football team uses Mamba mentality. They have Mamba period in football. That means all out, cutthroat, we got to win. It's those moments. If you name it after Kobe, there's no way you can put forth that sort of effort.
You know what?
If it's named after him.
Let me think about that. We'll talk about that next.
Okay.
Mason, Ireland, 710. It's also a Michelob Ultra Reaction Monday on 710. We are reacting all day long to last night's NBA All-Star Game and the spring training baseball this week. Michelob Ultra, 2.6 carbs, 95 calories. It's only worth it if you enjoy it. You asked me about if we renamed the NBA All-Star Game to the Mamba Classic.
Well, look, I was a fan of the All-Star Game. I like the fact that it's what Kobe said. It's supposed to be the best pickup game in the world.
It's supposed to be.
You get the best basketball players on the planet on one floor. You're supposed to see stuff that wows you. This was embarrassing. They have embarrassed themselves. That was ridiculous.
I totally agree with you. If I was Adam Silver today, I would be embarrassed about what was on the court last night.
Why? You let it happen.
That's just what it is now. It's because they don't want people to get injured, and that's so they're so afraid of injury that no one wants to play hard. And I understand that, because if it was like, let's say, I don't want to put anybody out there. Let's say that Anthony Davis somehow, I don't want to knock on wood, Anthony Davis got hurt, I'd be devastated. That ruined the entire season because he got hurt in an All-Star game.
Well,
I get that. I get that.
Yeah.
But I still like what it was before, where it was in 2020 when it was right after Kobe died. AK was talking about it on the last show. Right after Kobe died, they had the Elam ending. They were playing defense. They were playing hard, but they would still kind of let you. If you got by them, they weren't stopping. Yes.
Yeah.
I think but I don't think that's what any of these guys are going to do anymore, no matter what.
It used to be All-Star speed, Pro Bowl speed, what have you, was 3/4 speed, maybe half speed. Half speed, and you work yourself up to 3/4 speed. You don't go full speed.
Sure.
There's some stuff you don't do. Save it for the regular season. Save it for the postseason. I get it. This was ridiculous.
No,
this was stupid. Like, what are we doing here?
It's just literally guys standing there and opening up lanes and letting you say, go ahead and do
heaving
some
half-court shot after half-court shot. I mean,
that was Luka.
Who are you entertaining with this? Yourselves?
No, I don't know one person. I don't know. Laura, did you enjoy it? Brian, did you enjoy it? Because I did not see one person that said
some of the
that
shots
was a
that fell,
great game.
But some of the shots that fell were like, wow, that's deep. That's interesting. But no, I mean, I want to see a basketball game, at least some semblance of.
Dame hit 2 half-court shots. Like that's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
But for the most part, did you? How much of the game did you watch?
I tried, man. I did. Because that was my take, and I couldn't hang in there. This is stupid.
Yeah. No, it was awful. So I missed the. I'm going to be completely honest. I watched a lot of highlights on YouTube, like we talked about last week.
Yeah.
I watched the UCLA game first, and they blew their chances at the NCAA tournament. And I watched the end of the first half and saw, oh my God, they put up 100 points in the first half. And I saw a few things, and I was like, nope, I'm out. And I went back and started doing something else.
Yeah.
And I watched the end of the fourth quarter. It was just awful. There was nothing good that was happening while I was watching it. And you see the scores, and you know what's going on. I don't understand a lot of it, too, because Karl Anthony Towns had 50 points. He's not MVP. Who cares who the MVP is? You don't have to be on the winning team, right, Brian?
Crazy, yeah.
You don't have to be on the winning team in an exhibition game. The point of it is to score.
I flipped through a couple times. I probably watched maybe like 5-10 minutes total of the whole thing, but I did see that at one point he had 50 points, and then I saw the post, Damian Lillard MVP 39. I was like, huh.
How does that make sense? Right, I know. It's all goofball.
Dame was like 10 of 24 from 3-point range, so I don't know. Maybe there were some other things that he did that was special, but
half court. But one thing that I noticed this year too, but like even the highlights I saw on social media weren't that like
great.
Yeah, they weren't
special.
that. Yeah, exactly.
Just get rid of it if this is what you're gonna do.
Well, like
it's pointless. It's a waste of time.
They're not getting rid of it.
No.
Then
too much money.
If it's gonna be like that, then you should. And I don't know what the ratings are. That's what you're waiting for. Did people actually tune in? How did it do? If it's terrible, good. Get rid of it.
I mean, I just don't understand. There's people that go there and spend good, hard-earned money to go watch that.
I'm sure the people that were
game.
But I'm sure the people that were there had a great time.
But
because
really?
You're amongst all the stars. You get to see the banter. You're there to take pictures.
It's an experience for them.
Yeah,
it's an experience to sit in the top deck of an arena in Indiana and not see a game, see guys just dunking and taking shots from all over the place.
I've heard the All-Star. Have you been to an All-Star week?
No.
Okay,
I've been
fun.
to the Pro Bowl in Hawaii.
Okay, but it's like the Super Bowl. It's fun. There's a lot of stuff to do. You're going to see a lot of people. You're going to take a lot of pictures. That whole week is fun. It's worth going. But if you're somebody that's at home that just wants to turn it on and watch competitive basketball, or at least a little competitive, you're going to be disappointed. But especially with that effort last night.
Okay, but my thing is, we already know that this isn't a new thing of us saying that it's trash. Like, what's the
But they
point?
just scored 200. This is the worst ever.
I know, but what I'm saying is, our expectations, I feel like, need to be lowered. If they're just going to continue to do it because it is money, it's just like, well, this is the product we're going to get. And I think I watched 5 minutes total of the game.
Just going in and out.
Yeah, going in and out and really following it on my phone most of the time.
Who's the union rep? Is it Udonis?
I
don't know who it is.
I believe so.
But forget Adam Silver. It should come from the Players Association.
So
Look, guys,
CJ McCollum is the executive.
CJ McCollum.
Yeah,
then
CJ
we have
McCollum,
to do a
Grant
little
Williams,
bit better.
a
little bit better than what we're doing, because this is embarrassing.
It's Andre Iguodala. Sorry.
Oh,
it's Andre.
Iggy.
Yeah,
okay,
it's
yeah.
Iggy.
Then him should step up. We got to do a little bit better.
Another thing, if we're gonna continue, because I do believe it is gonna continue, just find 4 good cities that you can rotate, because like that, it's like then you people want to come to LA, people want to come to Miami, people want to come to certain places, and it's like, why Indy? Ain't nobody here.
I mean, that's
Listen,
where basketball started and all that. The whole
I
thing.
get that, but like.
I know. I'm with you. It should only. That's all of these All-Star games. I hate All-Star games just in general. All of them. I don't care what sport it is. They're all terrible. But if there's. I'm trying to think about what you said when it came like if you called it the Mamba Classic.
I don't think you can put that effort, that sort of effort, if you have Kobe's logo in the middle of the floor.
See, I think that there's going to be guys that would try hard, but it's just the point of the game now is to just put up points and put on a show, to say the least. I don't know if putting Mamba Classic name in there is going to actually change anything for anybody.
Well, I'm not saying double teams and you run through screens and whatnot, but at least you take somebody one-on-one and you compete with the guy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
there's ways you can play and keep safe at the same time.
Look at the world that we're in the NBA. It's all about load management. I mean, I know it's kind of changing now. They're trying to do things to stop that, but it's about load management. It's about saving your body for the end of the year. It's about saving your body for the playoff runs and all those kind of things.
I totally agree with it.
So why would those people want to put out that extra effort in an All-Star game that doesn't matter?
Because that was embarrassing.
So, speaking of Kobe, I watched highlights over the weekend of Kobe at different All-Star games. And he was guarding everybody, blocking shots. He blocked LeBron a couple of times. And you could see on LeBron's face, like, come on, Kobe, what are you doing right now? It's an All-Star game. Just stop. See, I think that's how they're going to feel now.
But that's what I'm there for. That's what I'm there for. I want to see Kobe go at somebody. And let me see what you do. Do you acquiesce? Do you back off? Do you get mad? Or you come back at him? There's a way to play without going completely nuts and hurting people. Just compete. Go out there and compete. Not just go out there and stand around and smile and heave up, half-court shot after half-court shot.
I mean, to have that mentality, to have the Mamba mentality, I don't think a lot of people in the NBA have that anymore. And even if they do, like Jason Tatum loves him, right?
Yeah.
Loves Mamba, but I don't think even in that game he's going to do those kind of things.
All right, well, then get rid of it then. And look, I'm not talking about both sides of my mouth. I mean, look, the Pro Bowl it went berserk as well. These guys stopped playing. And I get it. And there's more chance of injury in football in any game, in any capacity than basketball. So I get that. But look, have some respect about being honored. You're the game's best. You're trying to, if the Martians came down and you said, what is basketball? You're supposed to show them those guys. Now, if a Martian saw that, basketball is boring. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You at least have to compete some. Show them what the game is about. Not just, the Globetrotters. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Yes, 100%. You're absolutely right. But like in the NFL, for example, they decided to do something about it. They decided to make it. They changed it to.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't watch it this year, but did you watch the flag football?
Well, Puka
was
there.
that better? Yeah. Was it better? Was it more exciting? Did you enjoy it?
It's more fun. It's more competitive. Guys were having a blast. They were out there at least competing. And competing, like I said, 3/4 speed, having fun. You don't want somebody to beat you. You don't want to get beaten in the Pro Bowl. You don't want to get beaten in the All-Star game. But it seems like they just don't care. Where's the downside to getting beat? I'll just let you score. Come on, man, really? Then why be elected to the All-Star game?
No, man. You went to what? One. You're so mad about this in the break.
I am mad.
No, you were supposed to be in 3. You've been to 1.
Yeah.
But like most of the guys that were there, how hard were they all playing? I think there was only a few guys that were playing hard.
I went on.
Was it Sean Taylor that was?
So there's money involved. So this is the NFL. So it's different when there's money on the line. But when I got to it, the rule was for the first 3 quarters, you take it easy, and then we'll play hard in the 4th because the winner gets the bigger share. Right. We start playing. It's a real football game in the 4th quarter. You know what I mean? But for quarters 1 through 3, we'll take care of each other. But there is money on the line, and you want to win the game. So that's how we took care of it.
I mean, because that's how it works, I guess, for the IST is about money, which you just found out about, right? The in-season tournament.
Yeah,
for
the IST.
You hate
Incredible.
it so much.
Come on.
It's so much easier to say IST than the in-season tournament.
Well,
that's what people call it. I don't know. It got into my head.
Riz.
What is Riz?
Riz is charisma.
Charisma.
Yeah.
What did she
The
say
Riz
once?
God.
Pass me the nade. What is nade? The
Nade.
lemonade. Just say lemonade.
Okay, see,
Good Lord.
I'm not okay with that one.
Thank you.
It's lemonade. If you say
IST,
nade, I'm
though.
thinking grenade.
In-season tournament. How much breath am I saving by saying IST?
It's just faster and easier. I don't know. Do you say IST?
Time it.
No.
You say in-season tournament?
Tournament, yeah.
God, it's just in-season tournament.
So you're the one
Is it
that's
'cause
trying to keep it
Ireland
all.
says it?
I think most people say IST. You're
You're
just
the
an old
only
man
one
that
I
doesn't-
heard say it.
Get off my lawn.
Oh, but either way, fine. We'll get a little into more about the All-Star game coming up in a little bit, but we have the Wheel of Questions coming up next. That's next, 7:10. Look at their phone.
If I got kidnapped.
If you got kidnapped,
Yep.
I know that's ridiculous
the
because you
third
would fight your
person-
way out.
No, stop it. The third person
the
on.
third person that was on your call list.
Like call in or people
Either
I
No,
call?
it
doesn't
doesn't
matter.
matter.
Doesn't matter. The call list. The third person
I got
down.
a bunch of spam calls on here.
Oh, then
Oh,
you
then
died.
that person is responsible for. So who's the third? Which one is it? Who?
It's potential spam from 404.
Oh,
You're
God.
dead,
Oh
man.
my God.
You're dead.
Dead,
That's it.
bro.
DeMarco Farr is not coming back.
Somebody call me.
Hey, let's call the Rams. We need to find a new sideline reporter
my God.
because DeMarco Farr is now dead.
OMG.
Oh, wow.
All right, Laura, who's the third person?
My friend Michael.
Michael.
Yeah, I would definitely be good.
Would he come and find you?
Yeah.
He'd do whatever he needs. He would find the money. He would get it all.
I don't know know whatever he needs, but I think he'll try.
I have a certain set of
It's,
skills.
it's better
He's
than
Liam
the
Neeson
spam
now.
caller for sure. I got better chances than DeMarco.
All right,
Wow.
Brian, who's picking you up?
My 19-year-old nephew. So we'll see. I don't know. That's a tough one. I don't know if he'll answer the phone.
Oh,
Wow.
oh yeah, that's a
18?
good call.
They're busy all the
Oh, yeah.
time.
They
Yeah,
don't
yeah, yeah.
answer calls.
Wow.
Wow.
People don't answer phone calls
No.
anymore. Yeah,
That's rare that I
interesting.
have him
I
on the
didn't
call
think-
history here. So
yeah. Mine is interesting. It's actually funny, and it's 100%
Sky
true.
Zone.
No, it's
Oh.
not Sky Zone. That would be funny, though. They're not coming to find me, by the way, after yesterday. It's Chris Morales.
Oh,
Oh,
God.
damn. That's
So
a good one.
I don't know. Like, yes, I think
come
that
get you.
he
Yeah, he
would
would.
be,
Yeah.
but he would absolutely come find me. I think that
Yeah.
he is someone that would do whatever it takes to get me, but
He
I
would
don't
launch
know.
the rescue
I
mission.
think there's
Yeah.
a part of him that would see the number, not know what it was, and be like, I ain't picking that up.
No, he would.
Nah, he would.
He would know. Yeah.
Yeah.
You've
Yeah.
seen Bad Boys too, right? Is that when
Yeah.
they go to the
boys, bad boys.
when they go to the other country to find the guys?
Yes.
Yeah, that he'd do that for you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
No, I think if one person, that's of the top 3 people on my list, I think all of them would actually. That's pretty nice.
You think Steve Mason would come get you?
No.
No.
He would send somebody else. He'd call Jorge and give him $200.
He would pay. He would pay someone to go look for you, but
Yes,
he himself
would.
would not.
He
He'd
would
run
do
the
whatever it
command
takes. He would do whatever it takes to get somebody else to do it.
Without
He'd call
actually
John.
moving.
He'd call John Ireland and
Yeah.
say, "Hey, you love to do this kind of stuff, so
Wow.
you
John
can go
would say
do this."
He
any
made
other
a phone
day.
call. I like it. Wow.
No, John. See, that's a misnomer. John is the type of person that will do anything for somebody if you ask him. Like if you're in jail in Mexico, right?
He'll come get me.
And you call John Ireland, he will be on the he'll drive down, he'll fly down, he would whatever he has to take, he will go down there, he will pay for it, he will get you out, and he will not ask one question.
A real shirt off the back type
Yes,
guy.
100%.
Okay. All
That's the
right.
type of guy that John is. It's true.
Let me make sure I
100%
call
true.
John Ireland more just in case. Wow, that's crazy.
All right, so that was your wheel of questions. And don't forget, it's BB Go Fifth Row Fridays today. They're back on Mason Ireland. Listen all week to the show from 1 to 4 p.m. Be sure to take notes. And on Fridays, you take the pop quiz, and you could be sitting in the 5th row at a Lakers game versus Oklahoma City on Monday, March 4th. That's a really good game. Get to see Shea. BB Go, the official game day snack of the Los Angeles Lakers. All right, so I wanted to ask you also did you watch any of the festivities on Saturday, and like dunk contest, 3-point contest?
Yeah, I was interested because of Paolo Banchero. So, yeah, this is his first coming out whole deal. So, yes, I watched a little bit. And the dunk contest, yeah.
What did you think of the dunk contest? Because I'll give you my stuff afterwards.
Everything that they did, I've already seen before. So it's like, okay. Did you ever? What was that show they used to have with the rapper? Pimp My Ride.
Pimp My Ride. Oh, Exhibit.
After like the first year and a half of it, okay.
Like it's the same car. You just did it like a whole bunch of
times.
times.
You put a fish tank in the back in this car. I get it. Yeah. So after a while, the dunk contest kind of got boring.
See, the dunk contest to me is it's as much of a joke as the actual game itself, the All-Star game. We're doing things, and the scoring system is all out of control. I actually watched I watched both of these.
Yeah, it's subjective, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, it's completely subjective. Jaylen Brown did a few dunks that were just in-game dunks. He jumped over a dude that's like 5'5", that was sitting down in a chair.
The influencer.
Yeah, I don't know,
Sinat?
Kai.
Yeah,
that guy.
Oh, you know,
guy.
you know all the influencers.
Oh my God, I want to. Never mind. Go ahead.
Another one?
These little influencers drive me nuts. But anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, no. So it's crazy, these people. But he's short already, sitting in a chair. Jason Tatum throws a ball up. It took 2 times to get it done, and he got a higher score than Jaime Jaquez jumping over Shaq.
I know.
What are we doing here?
I have no idea. I don't know. Like I said, I think at some point everything runs its course. Maybe this whole all-star dunk contest, maybe it's just run its course.
I totally agree with it.
Yeah.
I don't think there's a fix for it either. The only fix that there is having like the stars actually in it.
Now,
Jaylen
that I
Brown
agree
was in
with.
it, but he
Yeah.
wasn't very good. So with that,
Yeah.
Stephen A. Smith said this, and if you it's not here. Laura, can you read it for me? I have it right in front of me. Excuse me. Stephen A. said LeBron James is directly responsible for ruining the slam dunk contest. LeBron James refusing to participate was the beginning and the spark plug of its demise. Period. There is no one who can dispute that. I can't dispute that either.
No, I agree. When did LeBron decide not to do it the first time?
So he been in the league since what, 2005? 3.
Because
so.
I think I was sitting right next to Stephen A. Smith when he first said it back on the Fox lot. When LeBron decided not to do it, Stephen A. got really upset, and I couldn't figure out why, because he turned out to be right. You want to see your stars compete. The only thing I would tune in to see, if it's a dunk contest, is if it's LeBron, if it's some superstar going at it. That would make me tune in and be invested. It's a bunch of guys I don't really care about. You know what I mean?
Right.
And the dunks I've seen before, so it gets boring after the first 5 minutes.
That's always been my thing. Mac McClung had some cool dunks. He actually did. He had one dunk where he caught the ball, let it go, caught it again, and dunked. That was very, very cool. But for the most part, it's guys, I don't care about Mac McClung. I'm never going to really see Mac McClung in a game. Jacob Toppin was another guy. He had a couple cool dunks, but never going to see. These are G Leaguers.
I know.
I don't want to see them. Jaime Jaquez, I watched because Jaime Jaquez was a Bruin. Or always a Bruin.
Yeah.
So he's playing very well in the NBA for the Heat, and I wanted to see him do what he did. And I thought he had a couple pretty good dunks. But they're still not the stars.
No.
I want to see the stars.
Don't you wonder why LeBron decided not to do it?
I think he just didn't want to get hurt, or he didn't want to. He didn't
said
want to lose.
He said the dunk contest. He said it wasn't something he wanted to achieve in his career. It wasn't part of what he wanted to achieve.
So do you think he's afraid to lose? Because I remember back in the day when I was coming up, they had Dominique and Michael Jordan going at it,
Sure.
and they wanted to be, they wanted to one up the next guy. I wonder if LeBron is afraid to lose a dunk contest.
See, I mean, it could be. That could be something.
Like
but
he's
also,
not that creative in the air. I don't know.
But think about it. LeBron James is the type of guy that wants to achieve everything. Everything. And for him to say, I don't want to achieve a dunk contest, I mean, that seems like something that if you want to be the best in the sport, you want to be the GOAT, the greatest of all time.
You want every trophy available.
You want everything possible. You are the leading scorer of all time. You're in the top 10 in assists.
I think I can give him a break for the dunk contest, though, because
Sure.
it doesn't matter. It doesn't really matter.
It doesn't matter, but if you look back in the annals of time,
Yeah.
Kobe has one, Jordan has one, Neek has one. The stars all had them. And he is an athletic freak still to this day.
Well, Shaq doesn't have one. Barkley doesn't have one. I mean, you can still be great without it, and I don't think it matters. But for the contest itself, it needed you. And without you, it's going to die. It's going to wind up like this.
Sure, but I'm going to push back on the Shaq and Barkley thing. They're not doing high-flying, crazy dunks. They are, intense dunkers.
Well, okay,
Shaq
so
is going to pull down backboards.
Jordan had Kiss the Rim, Rock the Baby. There were a few dunks.
From the free throw line.
Name me one signature LeBron dunk that's not the same power dunk over a bunch of people.
But he has the athletic ability to do those things, especially when he was first coming up. So in those first couple of years in the league, when he was a rookie to maybe the first 5-6 years, he could have done something that he could have been.
Maybe, but I've never seen a flashy dunk in a game from LeBron. Have you? I've seen power dunks like, oh my God,
Are you trying to tell
regard
me?
for human
are you trying
life.
to tell me that he can't do some
No,
360 windmill dunks?
Have you ever seen him do it?
No, he doesn't do those in games, but he could.
That's what I've never seen it. I've never seen him do a out of this world crazy dunk. I've seen him dunk over people, which is just as exciting, but I've never seen him be Vince Carter in the air, where you do a reverse 360.
No, Vince, another one.
Yeah,
great.
where you see a reverse 360. I've never seen that out of LeBron. Has anybody seen that out of LeBron?
No.
Apparently, I don't remember who was with. I saw someone talking. There was a LeBron and somebody. It was, I don't know how many years ago. He was having a dunk contest against somebody, Jamario Moon, before
in the layup line.
In the layup line, they were doing this
I've
crazy
heard about
dunks.
it, but I haven't seen it.
There's no real video of it, but there's a lot of people that talk about it. That was better than some of the dunk contests. So he has the ability to do it. It's just he decided that this wasn't something that he was going to go out for, and because of that, I think other people decided that they don't want to do it either.
Have you ever seen him dunk left-handed? LeBron.
I mean, I'd have to really go back and think about it.
We all have a Rolodex of LeBron highlights, and we have a Rolodex of LeBron dunks. Don't they all look the same?
I mean, it's basically, but they're in-game dunks, and that's why I was so upsetting with Jaylen Brown, because he was doing one with a left-handed dunk with the Michael Jackson glove, and that was like, oh wow, he did it with his left hand because people say that he can't go left-handed. I don't care about that.
Him for not doing it. Like, I don't have, if LeBron said, I don't have a lot of flashy creative dunks because it doesn't matter, 2 points is 2 points, I would respect that. You don't waste time doing that. You know what I mean? He works on his game, not dunking.
Sure, but at the time that he was coming up, with chosen one on his back, all these things that he's doing, and what the king and putting the crown on, all that, he absolutely could have if he wanted to. He obviously didn't want to, so I'll give you that. But if he wanted to have a creative dunk, he would have been fine.
Maybe.
He would have been perfect.
Maybe. I mean, I would love to see it. I would love to see him compete. Maybe he just doesn't want to do it. That's not his thing.
So do you or do not agree with Stephen A. Smith?
I totally agree.
That it's his fault.
Because it used to be the biggest star was in the dunk contest.
I think that's what is happening. That is the problem.
Didn't Kobe do it? Kobe did.
Of course he did.
Kobe did it. Every superstar that is I guess
like a
non-center.
Yeah, a non-center that really,
except Dwight Howard.
Dwight Howard,
which was ridiculous. Come on, really? Yeah,
he
Ralph
won,
Sampson was in a dunk contest at 7'6". Come on, man.
Right.
How impressive is this?
Like,
you're 7'6".
Pretty much. I mean, do you want to see Wemby? I'd love to see Wemby.
No, I mean, why a 2-inch vertical?
Right. He just stands there. I'm just gonna stand and just go like,
that's not fun.
I'm like the last person that honestly takes LeBron's side, right? Especially here in the station.
Sure, but you own it, so it's fine.
I do. But my thing is, if I don't want to do something and I genuinely have whatever stands behind why I don't want to do something, I'm not going to do it. So I respect him for that. And the thing is, what I didn't like is because I was reading the quote, it says that's something that he didn't want to accomplish in his career because he was more about, his own individual things and a team individual. And I'm like, well, that is an individual thing.
It is,
I don't understand where that's coming from, right? But I do love the fact that he stood his ground. He's like, I just don't want to do it.
Yeah, I just
don't want to do it.
To my experience, sometimes the best dunker on the team might be the worst player.
Well, that's why Mac McClung is in the G League and in the dunk contest.
All that guy can do is just bash on you. That's all he can do. But as far as handles or anything else, nah. I mean, I don't think not having a dunk contest championship to your name is going to keep him off, the Mount Rushmore of basketball players.
No, it's not changing everything. And please never go to Mount Rushmore again. But it's not going to change anything for his career, for his life. I hate Mount Rushmore,
Why do you hate Mount Rushmore?
God, Michael, you and Michael Thompson.
Why do you hate Mount Rushmore?
Mount Rushmore because it's just like so lazy. You can do Mount Rushmore of this, Mount Rushmore. I've always just
Greg. Everybody on the chat is like, what doesn't Greg hate?
Look,
Sky Zone.
I have opinions, Laura. Okay.
Hey, don't come at me,
I like
man.
Sky Zone. I like Sky Zone. I like Dave and Buster's.
Don't come at me, bro. I'm reading the YouTube chat.
First of all, the YouTube chat absolutely despises me. I've
me
already gone
too.
through with them.
Don't worry.
Despise you.
Yeah,
People hate me too. It's okay.
Come on.
I'm a corporate shill. That's why. Which is
Is
fine.
that where the corporate Greg name came from?
Well, no, it happened a long time ago. It's when I got promoted up to assistant program director from the producer Mason Ireland. And then so Mason said, oh, you're getting moved up. You're corporate now. You're corporate Greg.
Corporate
and
Greg
it's
is
stuck.
Okay.
Yeah. And Morales decided to say that is now your name forever.
That is a perfect name. I like it.
I'm fine with it.
What did they say?
Bergie.
Bergie.
Not burger.
If you ain't got no haters, you ain't popping.
That's what I say.
There you go.
You want to be loved or hated. You don't want to be in the middle. So go ahead and hate away, YouTube chat. All right, coming up next, 2 o'clock all the day. So give us a call, 877-710-ESPN, 877-710-3776, Mason and Ireland, 710
ESPN. Don't get it twisted, yo. The most downloaded sports radio show in Los Angeles. The podcast, that is.
Mason and Ireland, the number one most downloaded sports podcast in Los Angeles. The number one most downloaded sports podcast in Los Angeles, and we thank all of our podcast listeners for that.
If you ever miss a moment, get your fill anytime. Just search Mason and Ireland wherever you get your podcast.
Let's go. Snap your fingers, but do you step? You can do it all by yourself. Let me see you do it.
I want to be that guy.
This used to get you, like, you go to a club. When I actually went to clubs back in the day, I don't anymore.
Yeah.
This one
This
one
will get
went
you on the
off.
floor.
Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely.
You can get in there. Yeah.
Absolutely. All right, let's take a couple of phone calls here. There's a few, and this guy is someone that is an interesting dude.
Oh, no.
I know. He said, I'll just let him explain it. Job in Simi Valley. What's up, Job?
Hey, what's up, guys? DeMarco.
What's happening?
Go Dogs.
Go Dogs, baby. Woof.
No.
92 Huskies. Best team ever.
Yes, 91.
If you're going to say it, you got to get it
91,
right,
92.
Job.
Yeah, 91 season, 92 Rose Bowl. But go ahead.
Yeah. I was in your locker room during that year, and I took Chico Friendly's practice gloves.
You're kidding me. You took Chico's practice gloves?
Yeah, I went down onto the field because we were there during the season that year, and no one was on the field. No one was in the locker room, so me and my brother walked through the field, walked into the locker room, checked everything out. So
Chico was awesome.
And I had to get a souvenir.
Who is Chico?
Chico, he was our inside linebacker.
Okay.
He weighed 185 pounds. He used to
As an inside linebacker?
He used to weigh in with weights in his pocket because he would get in trouble for being too light. But he was just all-out hair on fire type guy. Great dude. Love him.
Wow.
We called him the Freak. Yeah.
Well, at 185, I can see it.
Had nothing to do with football, though.
Okay, got it. So what's up, Joe? What you got?
That was back when people in sports used to work hard. I feel like we're in the bizarro world, especially in basketball with athletes these days, where it went backwards. They want to do less and get more money. And people act like, oh, get your money. You're not getting your money. You're getting our money. That's why we got to pay more for tickets. That's why we got to pay more for parking and all this stuff. It's because of the greedy athletes who don't want to do anything anymore. And LeBron is the leader. He's the leader. I will be a Laker fan again when LeBron is gone.
Dang.
He got us a fake championship, which I don't care. George Sedano loves to say, "Oh, I think it was harder than the other championship."
That's what all the players said, Job.
And LeBron works hard.
A resort.
LeBron is the hardest working athlete I've ever seen.
By far. He puts more into his body than anybody else.
He really does.
And the players all said that was the hardest. By the way, DeMarco, Job thinks that LeBron is not a good shooter. He has more points than anybody in history, and Job thinks that he's not a good shooter.
I did not. You got to watch. Just like you get your words twisted with Mason Bergman, don't get mine twisted. I didn't say he's not a good shooter. I didn't say he's not a good shooter. I said his jump shot is ugly. It's disgusting.
No, that's fair.
I mean, sure. That's fine. It is ugly, but it goes in, and that's really all that matters.
It goes in a lot.
Yeah. You know who also had an ugly jump shot? Is Sean Marion, but it went in a lot.
That was terrible.
It was terrible, but it went in a lot.
But how do you get out of high school with that?
Arm.
Wow, that's terrible. Wow.
All right. Thanks a lot, Joe. Appreciate it.
How do you like that one?
I like that.
I love that guy.
I have said that.
He just says, boom, how do you like that one?
No, if you had $100 and you had Kobe and you had LeBron, now forget debating their greatness. Who would you rather see play basketball?
Oh, 100% Kobe.
It looks better.
No, yeah.
Right?
Everything that he does.
It's prettier, yeah.
Well, he fine-tuned his game, Kobe, so much that it was every single step that he took was on purpose.
Yeah.
Like, there was a purpose to everything that he did. The way he spun, the way he
it was
raised
graceful.
Up.
LeBron is a freight train. I mean, it's impressive, but for me, Kobe it looks better to watch to me. Yeah.
Kobe was trying to perfect his game more than anybody else probably I've ever seen in my lifetime. That's the type of guy that he was. All right, let's go to Nick in Dallas. What's going on, Nick? Good afternoon.
Hey, how you guys doing? Yeah, I've been here. Just to let you know before I get to my point, I've been here 5 years. So I moved to L.A. I still listen to you guys when I'm at work. Yeah, along with Travis.
Appreciate it.
I'll put that out there. But it's just I was watching the game last night, Greg, and DeMar. It's embarrassing. I remember the '87 NBA All-Star when Orlando Blackman had to tie the game with 0 time left on the clock. That was in Seattle.
Remember that?
And then even in 2001 in D.C., I think Iverson got MVP, but Kobe wanted to win, and I think they lost that game when Kobe did a pick and roll with Duncan. I think Shaq was out the game, but and they lost that game. Kobe wanted to win. The team wanted to win. The East and the West. It's just there's no competitive. It's embarrassing. I'm seeing Luka shooting up a shot from the other side of the court. I'm seeing Damian Lillard shooting literally a half-court shot. I mean, I'm saying to myself, what are we watching? And I feel bad for kids today growing up because you don't want to teach them that growing up. And I never forget what Michael Jordan said on Oprah about 16, 17 years ago. When they get paid all the guaranteed contracts, when you get some so easy, you're not going to work as hard. It's a bad work ethic. It's just really bad. I'm sorry. It's just really bad.
I got you. But that's for the All-Star game, though. But I have no problem with the product, how hard these guys are competing in the regular season and in the postseason. I think they're going to get championships. It's just the All-Star game. They're slacking off a little bit.
Totally agree with that. It is just the All-Star game.
Yeah.
They're just pushing out the side like, I don't care about this. I don't even know if giving them money would make that much of a difference. And thanks a lot for the phone call, Nick. But I don't know if that much money is going to make a difference. If they give you $250,000, are you going to try harder?
No.
If you give you $500,000, are you going to try harder?
How much are these guys making?
I mean,
what was the
millions.
average salary on the floor?
So LeBron, average salary, going up and down, you probably was around $7 to $10 million.
I would say more, right?
Well, actually, you're talking about the actual superstars and superstars, so you're talking 20, 30.
How do you impress them with money?
Yeah, money is money to everybody, right?
Yeah.
But it has to be probably $1 million. Like that's
more.
More. The in-season tournament was, I believe, it was 500,000 or was it $1 million?
That was the first one, and
it was 500,000.
500,000.
It was the inaugural run, and
they
got
each
into
got
it.
500,000.
Well, we'll see what happens on the next go round.
And they tried hard. The Lakers tried hard for 500,000. Would 500,000 in the All-Star game make a difference?
No, I don't think so.
No.
I mean, that's for some guys. That's casino.
For some, especially those guys like the Giannis's and LeBron's
yeah.
making over $50 million next year if he hops in.
Look, it's not money. They just have to want to. They have to want to put a better product on the floor than what was out there.
I'm telling you.
They should be embarrassed by that. If they're not, then that's part of the problem.
I'm telling you, they just don't want to get hurt. That's the only thing that matters to them at this point. All right, let's try one more phone call. Scooter in LA. Good afternoon.
Hello.
Scooter.
Hello.
Yes, I just want to talk about this guy called LeBron James, man, and all his drama. I mean, that's all he is bucket drama now. Now, I'm a LeBron fan as long as he's on the Lakers, but I've been a Lakers fan for 40 years, and he's been a Lakers for 6. So I just want the best for the Lakers, and he's just everything he says, like I want to play for the Lakers. No, we'll see. Or I want a retirement tour. Maybe, maybe not. Or and he said that now he wants to play with his son. And then his son, if you ask me, he's not NBA material. But if the Lakers want to sign him, he said he'll play for a minimum as long as he plays with his son. So let the Lakers draft his son, and then he play for the minimum. He'll get some good players. He's just a bunch of
Is this helping you, Greg? Is this helping you with callers?
Man, just all this garbage and drama. I'm tired of it, man.
Is this helping you with callers?
I mean, I don't disagree with. I'm fine with these callers, but what is he saying that you disagree with?
Is this helping you?
I mean, up and down.
Do you want to take more callers now?
No,
or less
I think I'm done for the day. Hey, thanks a lot, Scooter. You didn't do anything wrong, but wait.
No.
So he brought up something that I wanted to bring up.
Yeah.
As that being 50. First of all, let me just talk about 1 second about Bronny James.
What?
Bronny James is not an NBA player as of right now. He could eventually get there.
Shut your mouth. How do you know that?
Because
Are you a talent evaluator?
No, but go look at what he did. He played 15 minutes on Saturday in a double overtime loss to Colorado and scored 2 points.
I have never seen him play live. Has anybody ever seen Bronny play live?
No, not live.
I've never seen it, so I don't know.
I've seen highlights, but it doesn't matter. If you look at what he's averaging, like 4 points a game on USC, who's not a good USC team, he played 15 minutes in a 2 overtime loss.
He doesn't have to be great to make it to the NBA. You know this, right?
No, it's because of who he is.
He
it's
has
the
to be
nepotism
credible.
behind all of it. Yeah,
absolutely.
No, you're absolutely right. But what Scooter did bring up was the fact that he doesn't know what he wants to do. LeBron on his farewell tour, shall we say, is that he doesn't know if he wants the farewell tour about going around to every single city and have that for his last game like Kobe did, or if he wants to be like Tim Duncan and not have it at all. Like just say, I'm done.
Tim Duncan played and was pieced out, and we never saw him again. I respect that.
You like that.
I do. I respect that.
Do you think LeBron's going to do that?
I think LeBron has to do the farewell tour because he means so much to basketball. Tim Duncan is fantastic. the best power forward or one of the best power forwards ever, one of the best players ever. This is LeBron. You have to do the farewell.
Yeah.
This is all a part. You have to pass that torch to the next guy, so you have to do it.
Yeah. If there's somebody that has to do it, is him.
Yes.
What he's meant to the game, what he's doing in the game, he has to have a farewell tour, be able to go to every single city. Get these other, like when you go to Orlando or Charlotte, those tickets are going to sell out, and they're going to sell out big
time. Absolutely.
So he absolutely has to do that. I think that's the right way to go. Don't forget, it's a Michelob Ultra Reaction Monday on 710. We are reacting all day long to last night's NBA All-Star Game and the spring training baseball this week. Michelob Ultra, 2.6 carbs, 95 calories. It's only worth it if you enjoy it. All right, DeMarco.
You've never been to spring training.
How
do you call yourself a baseball fan and you've never been to spring training?
Is this what you want to do
I'm
next?
just saying.
Is this what you want to do?
You said spring training, you brought it up, so I'm just capitalizing.
All right, we'll talk about that next. 710 ESPN.
All right, guys, it's officially back. Fifth Row Fridays presented by BBGO.
That's the official game day snack of the Lakers, by the way. And this is the best thing we give away. Fifth row seats to a Laker game. How many times do people come up to us and say, hey, give me Laker tickets? Yes. We don't have them. I don't even have them, but you can win them if you listen every day.
And these seats are better than the seats that you and Michael have, right?
15 rows better. Yeah. Michael and I are like row 20. So here's how you win. You listen every day to all the shows and take notes. If you can answer 5 questions about what happened on the show that day, you're eligible to win.
And don't forget, on Fridays, your chance to call in all 5 right answers, and you are in the fifth row at Crypto.com Arena for a Lakers game.
For free!
It's Lewa. It's an Ottawa Cap. Mason and Ireland continues now.
There you go. There you go, DeMarco. This is for you.
Now, see, this is the club banger when I was going to clubs.
Oh, I'm sure it was.
Oh, my God. Come on now.
I want a scene set for everybody out there, and I don't know if you've seen this also, Laura, when you come in here in the breaks. I don't know if you've seen it, Brian. There's 4 TVs in here, and 3 of them are on right now. This one's on a DirecTV screen for some reason. But in the breaks, every time in the breaks, DeMarco looks up and comments on everything that happens on every TV.
It's awesome.
I saw him. Come on, get it, baby. Get it.
CJ Stroud over here.
Right.
I got classic Showtime
There's
Lakers.
Beto Duran.
There's Beto.
Yeah.
Lakers
at all the
versus
hair.
Young
Celtics
Beto.
right here.
Young
Come on.
Beto.
This is awesome.
It's the most amazing thing. Every break, you're commenting on everything that's happening on the screens. It's great.
It's awesome. Come on. It's like a sports bar. Come on.
The thing is, you like point up to them and like, oh, yeah, look at that. And I'm like, so I have to turn around and spin around and look at it. And I just never know where you're actually going.
Rookie of the year right there. You know,
Yeah.
I got Kevin McHale getting beat up over here. This is awesome.
Yeah,
Come on.
young Michael Thompson was there. There's a little, this is the countdown on Spectrum Sportsnet for the Lakers?
Yeah.
Yeah. I love watching these because there's young Andy Kamenetsky, young John Ireland, there's Fred Rogan, or not Fred Rogan. Wait, that is Fred, isn't it?
That is Fred Rogan.
Yeah, that is Fred.
Yeah,
got
that's
that
Fred
wrong
Rogan. Who are you talking about?
I don't know. I thought it was someone else for a second.
Wait, hold on.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
are a baseball fan, right?
Yeah.
You are like a true blue. What did you say? You stacked your favorite sports as
So
baseball?
No.
Yeah.
That's not what I said.
What'd you say?
My favorite sport is basketball.
Basketball, but you know more about baseball.
But I know the game of baseball better than any other sport.
And then football.
And then football third.
So
Yeah.
you count-
I love football.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong.
Right.
But that is the third on my list.
And you are a baseball fan.
I am a huge baseball.
Because you
fan.
asked me to break down what a fan is, right? And
Yeah, because I don't understand what you're saying.
What do you mean?
I don't think it makes sense.
Being a baseball fan?
No. I know what you said. You're saying that if I don't go to spring training, I'm not a true fan.
Yes.
That's a joke. That's not
No,
true.
that's real because that's how most baseball fans I know, the true blue guys, the ones that love baseball, they set their calendars to spring training. They go every year. They go see the players. They go meet their favorite players. It's the best environment to be amongst baseball people. So if you are a baseball person, you should gravitate towards Glendale. I asked you, why are you here now? You should be in Glendale right now.
At Camelback
That's where
Ranch?
Ohtani is.
Yeah.
Don't you love Ohtani?
I love Ohtani.
You
and
should be
I
in
can see
Glendale.
his highlights. I can't go. I've never been able to go to spring training. I've always wanted to go to spring training, but it either was, I was getting married, living in Hawaii, had a child.
All bad excuses.
No, they're not bad excuses.
All bad
That's where my money goes.
You get married in one day.
Right,
You got
but you
resorts
can't just,
down there. Come on.
The way that my ex-wife was, I couldn't just pick up and leave. Okay, that wasn't something that I could do.
Well,
I
you
couldn't
could
just-
have.
No, well, yeah,
you
but
could
then I
have.
wouldn't be married the next day. So.
Were you chained to the basement?
well,
no.
no.
I mean, you could have, right? Yeah.
I probably could have. I'm divorced now, so I probably should
you
have
go.
gone at that
You're
point.
out of excuses.
But no, it's not about excuses. It's about
don't
where
feel you need to go.
No, I mean, I would love to go. It just has never been brought to me as an opportunity. My friends, all baseball fans, my friends and I just never got a group together and said, let's go to spring training. And if we did, it always just stopped. We just said, we would start, and then we wouldn't follow through with getting the hotels.
How many
and all
friends
that.
are we talking about here? 5?
I think, let's see, of the baseball friends.
Yeah, your friends. Your baseball friends. How
I
many?
think of the core group, I would
yes.
say probably about 4 or 5 are big-time baseball fans.
Have they been to spring training?
I don't know.
How do you not know if they're your baseball friends?
They're my friends.
I'm starting to question everything about you right now.
They are my friends.
Yeah.
They also like baseball. Like, they're not like, oh, these are the baseball guys.
Is he really a baseball fan, or is he just messing with me?
No, I think
he's
it's
a huge fan.
I think it's ridiculous that you think that what you do or where you go and spend money on certain things is what makes you a true fan.
Every
It's not.
baseball
That's
fan
wild.
that I know, the ones that pick baseball number 1 or number 2, they've all been to spring training,
Okay,
except for
good
you.
for them.
Kind of with the mark on this one.
See?
Have you been?
I mean, personally, I've been to spring training probably like 8 or 9 times.
Yeah, see?
My
That's
family,
great for you.
we used to make a trip out of it, and then after college, I went a couple times with my buddies down in Arizona. 5-hour drive from San Diego, and one time we actually hit 8 games in 5 days.
See?
And that was some of the coolest things I've ever done.
That sounds amazing. That sounds great.
That's
I'm
the
jealous.
people I know that are baseball
wait.
fans.
jealous.
$5 tickets, $5 beers. Oh, it's amazing.
But that doesn't make me a non-fan.
Yes, because I've never been, and I consider myself a big baseball fan. I do
There you
have
go.
friends who have gone and make it a yearly thing,
Sure.
but she also doesn't have any responsibilities, lives at home, can do a lot of other things, works from home.
See,
there's
I know
a lot of
people
things.
like
I can't
him
just take time off from work, bro.
that made family, that make
Exactly.
trips for
Right,
it. They
yeah.
take their vacations around spring training.
That wasn't my family.
Because they love baseball that
Right,
much.
but
You'll never get a cooler experience too than
See?
spring training.
See?
Of just
Thank you,
being
B.
that close and seeing them practice work, talk amongst their coaches and everything like that. It is honestly the best experience you can have.
When we left Crosstalk, in the break, you said to Travis, Greg's never been to spring training. He looked me dead in the eyes and he said, "You're wasting your time."
What do you mean?
If I went,
Yeah.
wasting your time.
Well, he was trying to
So
make-
did Anthony Kamenetsky.
He was trying to
said the
make you-
same thing.
He was trying to make you feel better.
No, he was not.
And
He-
then I asked Travis, "Have you been to spring training?" Oh yeah, a lot.
Yeah, he's been.
He was trying to
and
make
he said it was
you
a
feel
waste,
better.
He said it was a waste of time. Look, again, I would love to go to spring training.
Yeah.
But
Same.
I've been working since I was 15.
Same.
Yeah?
There was every
When'd you
summer
start
when I was
working?
wanting to go.
16.
Beginning.
He started working at 16. He's been there 8 times.
Good for him. I'm not saying anything.
Wait.
I'm great for you, Brian. I'm jealous of you. I wish I could have gone.
Somebody has a suggestion for
What?
Brian and I. It says, "Come on, Laura, you and Brian are the production team." He's like, "You guys go and interview the players. Greg, make it happen."
Let's
You know
go.
what?
I can get you a credential.
No, honestly,
We'll travel there ourselves.
With
Yeah, just make it
with
happen.
Ohtani coming to town, I would have bet my house you guys would have been down there.
So we were trying to get
Yeah.
something worked out where like Travis, me, and Mace could all go down there.
Yeah.
It just didn't pan out. Like it just didn't work out.
gosh.
We tried.
Yeah.
Again.
I would love to meet these guys. The
There's
guy I want to see
try.
up close is the pitcher.
Oh, Yoshinobu Yamamoto.
I want to see the warm up. I want to see the javelin. I want to see these crazy pitches. And this is the best place to do it is down there.
You're absolutely right.
Yeah.
I would love to see it as well. And like he's apparently Freddie Freeman says he was like, wow, this is a guy, Freddie Freeman, who's one of the best hitters in baseball
Yeah.
right now. I think he has a career over 300 batting average. He's a type of guy that he sees those pitches. He's like, wow, that is impressive from a 25-year-old guy.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
the stuff I want to see. And that's the stuff that gets me all fired up. Yeah, but you do
Sure.
monitor spring training, right?
Of course I monitor
Okay.
spring training.
What do you-
I saw Shohei Ohtani with it on his 15 pitches when the people were posting it. Bill Plunkett posted some stuff. David Vassay was posting some stuff. He had a home run off of JP Fireeisen.
Yeah.
Like, that's cool. He struck out because Blake Trinan struck him out. Like, great. Ryan Brazier, he just tracked Ryan Brazier's pitches,
Yeah.
so he didn't even swing once. So, yeah, I watch.
You get excited for
Of
spring
course.
training and what's going on.
Of
Okay,
course.
just
If-
making sure.
If I could get there, I would.
That's like, I love football, but I'm not going to training camp. What?
Well, no,
that's
but then-
the embryo stage of your season.
No,
How
but-
can you
but
not be there?
You're playing. Of
No,
course.
no.
Okay.
Just even if I was a fan, you start at training camp and you work your way out and you see how the team evolves.
So
That's how you get into it. Yeah.
So I've gone to Rams training camp.
Yeah.
It's a ton of fun out in Irvine. It's a blast. We go out there all the time. We went to every single practice that we could go to this last summer.
Yeah.
It was great.
You guys had Puka on before anybody.
yeah,
Yeah.
we had
absolutely.
Puka. We had the Rams did such a good job of just giving us whoever we asked for.
Yeah.
We made sure you're going to get
You're not
Matthew
going to get
Stafford.
Puka next year, though.
No, we're probably not. Well, no, they were pretty good. They gave us
No, he's-
Stafford.
Yeah,
They
he's
gave
an
us-
all-pro now. It's different now. Yeah.
Well, they've given us Cup.
He can
you
say
know.
no now.
Yeah.
They like Sedano and Cap, though.
Of course
like,
they do.
you know,
Yeah,
They do.
You guys
he
have
had
a good
really
rep.
good
Yeah,
rapport
yeah.
with them.
So hopefully it's at the same time. But if I was not working at this station and got to go, I probably wouldn't go to training camp.
You wouldn't-
Although that was a blast. I'm going to be
Yeah.
honest with you. It was so much fun. So maybe now that I've been there, I would. So I'd say the same thing about spring training.
Yeah.
Maybe if I went, I'd make it a yearly thing, but it just hasn't happened yet because
Okay.
something always got in the way.
I can't judge. Football is number one to me. So, B, are you a baseball guy?
Yeah, baseball diehard.
Okay, so where would you put
at his
Greg in his
outfit.
fandom?
Look at his
He's never
outfit.
been to spring training. He doesn't care if he goes. He believes Travis when
Be
he says
careful
waste
with
of
your
time.
words. I have
I'm
to
gonna
work
say,
with
it's
you
a little-
every
That
day.
is your boss,
No,
bro.
no, you're not corporate Greg.
Wait,
No,
wait,
I'm
wait.
Bergie, but I work with him every day.
Right,
I'm
that's what I'm
not
about to say.
on boss
It's a
card. No boss card.
No,
It's
yes,
a little
yes.
harder because I know how much of a fan he actually is with the Dodgers. Like he is diehard, knows ins and
So you're
outs of
telling
everything.
me you can be a
Don't walk
fan
in
without
that
going to
too
spring
loud, Brian.
training? If
Bro.
you say it, I believe you. You can be a fan, a true blue fan, without going to spring training.
Say it.
It's possible, yes.
It's possible.
It's possible.
It's possible,
That
yes.
might win you a court case.
I host the
Possible,
Blue
yes.
Review on YouTube from 9:30 to 9:55 all season long.
Huh?
The Blue Review.
Yeah, yeah.
I host the Blue with Parker Bell. I
Yeah.
was with Clinton Yates last year.
Yeah.
Was it 9:30 to 9:50? I think
I
Cody
watch.
was in it. Yeah.
I'm
I
not
host
watching now. You've never been to spring training.
Wow.
I will
such
say-
a hater.
That's your way of deciding, like, this is how I make sure you're a fan.
I will say
course.
though, the fans that do go down there
Yeah.
are some of the like most diehard,
Big
craziest,
time.
yeah,
Yeah.
big time,
Big
all
time.
out
Love it.
fans.
Would you admit that not all of them are?
What?
That some people just go for the fun to just
No, I
drink and sit
think
down?
anybody that goes to spring training, because Travis, there's a part of that's right. Anybody that goes down to spring training is a true blue fan.
Yep.
You love this game if you go down there.
Yeah. Does the want and desire make it okay a little bit more? I want to go to spring training.
Yeah,
I
of course.
desire
Of
to
course.
go to
Absolutely. You should get down there. This is fun. It's been a radio bit, but I would say for you, because I've
Bits,
been there.
we don't do bits around here.
I've been there, and I'm like I said, I'm football. I'm not into baseball that much, but it was awesome for me. So if you're a fan, you definitely need to go. Absolutely.
Yeah. All right. If I can make it, that's going to be a goal for next year.
Someone said you should go. It says, Stone Steve Mason said, go, Berg. Laura will fill in for you.
There you go.
I mean, you will. I do know that you will fill in for me. All right. I want to switch gears coming back. I want to go into some football.
Why,
because,
getting hot? No, I'm saying, go ahead.
It is. It's hot. It's always hot in here.
It's not hot. It's cold. I'm about to put my
I don't know if it's I have a sweater
jacket.
on. Look, I'm trying to pull up my sleeves. Like, it's just really hot in
You've been
here.
defending yourself for 15 minutes. It's hard.
You're sweating too, by the way, and you haven't even been defending yourself. You're just coming after me. But I do want to switch it. Antonio Pierce said something that I thought was interesting. He was talking about Patrick Mahomes, and I want to get your take on what he said. That's next on Mason Island, 710 ES. This is Fuji's, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at that. Hey,
Is Praz in jail?
Please.
No? Praz is on trial, right?
Oh, I got no idea.
I don't know about that.
Okay.
But Wyclef, I got all of his CDs back in the day. I listened to Wyclef all the time. All the time. I don't know why. He had a song. I think we have it in the system, Laura.
Like, the one you love?
I love this song. It's a Friday. It was an album after the one that had like Guantanamera and stuff like that. It was later on.
Yeah.
It was a Friday song, and I just listened to it all the time. Me and my buddy would get in the car every Friday after school, go down to Krika's Subs, which is in Woodland Hills. It's on Dumetz and Topanga.
Ooh.
And we would go there all the time. This song right here. And we'd listen to this on the way over to get a sub.
Just you in the car?
Oh, yeah. You and my buddy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It was just a Friday
Friday
vibe.
That's a Friday song.
Yeah, that's a Friday vibe.
Got nothing to do. Yeah.
You know who also had a vibe? Antonio Pierce.
Yeah.
He was on Max Crosby's The Rush podcast.
His own players podcast.
This
is new.
And he had, so you remember on Christmas, the Raiders beat the Chiefs, and they held down Patrick Mahomes. He thought that he figured something out. So he said this: we've got the Jordan rules, and we've got what I'm calling now, as long as I'm here, the Patrick Mahomes rules. You remember when Jordan was going through it with the Pistons? All those guys in the 80s, before he became Air Jordan, the Pistons used to whip his behind. Anytime he came to the hole, elbows, feeling him, love taps, were in his head, mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. So I showed my guys Jordan getting his tail whooped consistently. Is this the way to stop Patrick Mahomes?
What, hit him?
Yeah. I mean, Antonio Pierce says, is that the right way to beat Patrick Mahomes?
Did we reinvent the wheel? I mean,
Patrick Mahomes
hitting
rules.
a quarterback will actually slow him down? Is that what he's coming out with? Yeah, that's crazy. John Sally, friend of mine, he actually explained the Jordan rules. He was on that team. He said the whole point was, and this, what was the coach's name? Chuck Daly?
Yeah, Chuck Daly, yeah.
Chuck Daly. He said, look, make him shoot jumpers. But if he gets in the air, smack him. That was the Jordan rule. So you rough him up. I don't think there is a blueprint to beat Patrick Mahomes right now. I really don't. Whatever you try to throw at him, he is just that good and that great. He can beat you. If you give him enough time, as the 49ers just found out, he can beat you. But, I mean, it sounds good. If you think you have an answer to Patrick Mahomes, great. I wouldn't put a statement out there like that, because when he fillets you by 35 points week 1 and 2, you may have an issue. So, but good luck to you.
See, I don't even think you can hit guys like he's talking about anymore. You can't do the Patrick Mahomes rules based on the Jordan rules, because you can't hit quarterbacks. So So what he's saying is that when he's, it has to be when he's completely out of the pocket, you got to hit him. But he's going to get rid of the ball fast enough, and if you hit him, you're going to get flagged.
Well, the rules are this. So it's the same with Kyler Murray. It's the same with C.J. Stroud. Same with any quarterback that can move. You want to keep your edges, like Max Crosby, get upfield, build a wall, and force him back to the middle of the field, where he can't protect himself with the sideline, right? Because even if he slides, you can get a shot on him. So the whole point is to keep him in the field of play. If he scrambles, that's how you get shots on him. If you get shots on him, you might slow him down. But that's only part of the game with him.
Yeah, so what is there a way to actually slow him down?
No.
There's nothing.
No.
He's too far beyond everybody else at this point.
He's special. He's like Brady. He's on the Mount Rushmore of quarterbacks.
You jerk.
I hate to bring it up, but I'm just saying. Like, really, he's got a problem. That eighth defender, either that safety is going to be on the roof, protecting for guys going deep, or you're going to bring him down to the box to spy. That's your game. That's how you try to figure him out. And if he sees it coming, he's going to beat you.
Well, he's going to beat you. He's going to get rid of the ball.
Yeah.
Or he's going to slide, and he knows exactly the right times to do those types of things, and that's
buy time scrambling to get the ball out. He's just that guy.
And if you actually hit him, you're going to get flagged because you cannot hit quarterbacks.
You know, and this is what I would say with that. The same with Cam Newton back in the day, and it wasn't fair with Cam Newton. He's 250 pounds, and he's running right at you, right?
What are you supposed to do?
And you have to wait as a defender until he decides what he is. If he puts his feet first, he's a quarterback. If he puts his helmet first, he's a running back, and you're caught flat-footed, and he runs you over.
But you don't know which is coming.
Right. So to take the guesswork out of playing defense against guys like him and Patrick Mahomes, go ahead and take a shot at him. We'll pay the fine for you. Just go ahead. If he's scrambling, if he's attacking your goal line, your line of scrimmage, go ahead and take a shot at him. If you get flagged for it, so be it.
It was him that had the fake slide, right? That was it him or Josh Allen?
They all do it. Josh Allen is known for it now, but he's not the first one.
Right. It's like, what are you supposed to do as a defender? You were in that position. What
take
are
a
you
shot.
Just take the shot.
Go ahead and take your shot. Talk about it before. Take your shot. Have a conversation with the officials so he can have a conversation with the quarterback. Remember when Trent Green, when Trent Green got knocked cold.
Kurt Warner again?
Yeah, remember when Trent Green got knocked cold?
Yeah.
And when he was sliding, Trent could have started that slide at least 3 yards before he did. But he waited until the last second and took a hit and got knocked out. So have a conversation with your coach so he can talk to the official so that official can talk to that quarterback. Hey, if you're going to slide, make sure you start early. Because I'm not going to give you the leeway of attacking and taking every single yard you can before you slide and protect yourself. Does that make sense?
Yeah. So you're saying, just let me get this straight. Are you saying go to the official before the game?
Absolutely.
And say, hey, I'm going to hit this dude.
Well, yes. Hey, look, this is what we're going to do. If he's going to take every yard he can before he drops down and slides, when the feet come up, that means I can't hit you. But if you take every yard you can, that's not fair. So if you get within a yard, I'm gonna go ahead and take a shot at you. So let the refs know, they'll let him know, and then everybody knows what's happening. But if you get flagged for it, you get flagged for it.
So there's a couple of things there. How many guys actually go talk to the refs and say those types of things?
Raheem Morris does it all the time. You go have conversations. Hey, look, when this guy, he's a scrambler now. Now he's got to declare. Now if he's going to start running and make himself a runner, then the protection's off, right? Now, if he starts to slide within a yard of my guy has the right to go over the top. And if there's head contact, that's not my guy initiating, that's him. So you have to let them know so they won't flag you for it, or at least they may pick up some.
How many officials actually listen to Raheem Morris or other coaches?
They listen. They absolutely listen, but they have a job to do.
So you'll see it in a game. Like if someone there's a play like that, Josh Allen, for example, does the fake slide, goes down again later on, and he gets hit. Are they going to stop?
That's the conversation.
They're not going to call the flag.
That's the
because
conversation.
They talked about
hey, look, this guy has done fake slides, right? So if he gets in the act of sliding, we take it as a slide and we back off, right? You can't let this guy have a fake slide and keep going. That's not right. Right?
So what are they supposed to do?
Blow
the whistle?
And then bang me when I hit him. You can't do that. That's not fair for us. He's getting an unfair advantage. So you have those conversations pre-game, and then everybody knows what's happening.
That's
and
wild.
Josh Allen knows. Hey, look, I told them too. If you fake slide and then the next time they see you and they drill you, I may not call it because that's on you. You can't take advantage of the rules that way.
That's wild. I just can't see it actually working out for the defensive. I just don't see the defensive players getting away with these types of things. The way that the NFL, to me, and I'm not arguing with you, the way that I see defenses and in the NFL is you hit a quarterback, you're going to get flagged no matter what. I see so many times.
Well, if you rough the guy, like if he's in the pocket and you rough the guy,
so close.
That's different. But if he's out and he's moving, he's a mobile quarterback, a guy like I said, like a freight train coming at you. Yep. And he gets to decide when he's a quarterback, when he gets protection, and when he doesn't. That's not fair to the defense. So have those conversations. But I would say as a coordinator, go ahead and take your shot. If you get flagged, if you get fined, I'll pay it.
That's the best way to do it.
Absolutely.
That's interesting.
No doubt.
You should be a defensive coordinator.
No.
Why? Why don't you want to be?
Because it would cross over and I'd turn into Greg Williams. It'd
go
from paying fines to bounties. Oh my God.
Have you never wanted to be a coordinator or do anything in coaching? I mean, you're an excellent sideline.
I was a D-line coach for 2 years in Europe. As a matter of fact, the quarterback we had the second year in Berlin Thunder, went to 2 World Bowls, won one, lost the other. The quarterback on that team is now on the Rams staff, Dave Ragone.
Oh, nice.
He was our quarterback in Berlin. Oh, my God. I should tell you stories about Berlin. But, yeah, I loved it for 2 years.
Are they on-air stories or are they off-air stories?
Both. Yeah, both.
I want the
off-air.
I want the off-air stories. All right, so Antonio Pierce did not find out anything, essentially, is what you're telling me.
First, he went on his own player's podcast. That's a fine. You can't do that.
You can't do that?
No, you can't do that.
You're being nice to Max Crosby.
You can't do that. You shouldn't do that.
What do you mean? Why not?
You cannot do that.
What is the unwritten rule there?
You are the coach, bro. You can't go on somebody's your own player's podcast.
What if he went on a different player's podcast? What if he went on the Kelsey podcast?
You can't do player podcasts anymore. You're the head coach now. It's different. Yeah.
It's interesting.
Some things
I don't
you just can't do
why
anymore.
That's a problem.
Because that's breaking protocol. You can't do that.
Oh, the unwritten rules kind of thing.
Of course. You're the leader.
All right.
You're the guy. Come on.
Wait, does that mean Greg can't go on my podcast?
I see. You read my mind.
Why not? Why can't I go on Laura's podcast?
Because you're the guy. You're the leader. You can't go on a podcast.
You're the guy.
What if she starts messing with you on the podcast? What are you gonna do? Turn into corporate Greg on her?
No, I just
Oh,
answer.
you said just answer.
Look, I mean, like you've seen.
What if she traps you in a question? You go corporate Greg
No,
podcast
I'm
over.
going to give the best answer that I can come up with. But also, like, DeMarco, you know what this station is. We are very, very honest with everything that we do.
Okay,
We
right.
talk about everything.
Everything.
Anything that's said off the air somehow gets brought on the air.
That is true.
What if she starts talking personal stuff? You know?
I think that's fine.
Okay, really?
I would answer.
I can't wait to see. When's this podcast happening?
She hasn't invited me.
And don't you take it easy on him, Laura. Go after him.
It's funny because DeMarco was like, I want to go on your podcast like a year ago. And then every time we try to like book that,
I'm
silent.
afraid. No,
Right? He goes
Hannibal
silent.
Lecter over there.
Well, because you tell Laura things that you shouldn't be telling her.
She knows too much. Come on.
All right, we got What's Up, Fool coming up next at 7:10 ESPN.
Big news, Laker fans. John Ireland here. You can now stream every Lakers game on the ESPN LA app. Don't miss a second of the action with Michael Thompson and I on the call. Plus, all your live and local Lakers talk every day in the palm of your hand.
You're one tap away from everything Lakers.
You could even win Lakers tickets.
Download the ESPN LA app. And bam!
Download the ESPN LA app at the App Store and Google Play.
All right, guys, it's officially back. Fifth Row Fridays presented by BBGO.
That's the official game day snack of the Lakers, by the way. And this is the best thing we give away. Fifth row seats to a Laker game. How many times do people come up to us and say, hey, give me Laker tickets? Yeah, we don't have them. I don't even have them, but you can win them if you listen every day.
And these seats are better than the seats that you and Michael have, right?
15 rows better.
Yeah.
Michael and I are like row 20. So here's how you win. You listen every day to all the shows and take notes. If you can answer 5 questions about what happened on the show that day, you're eligible to win.
And don't forget, on Fridays, your chance to call in all 5 right answers, and you are in the fifth row at Crypto.com Arena for a Lakers game.
For free!
I don't. So I simply say, take it away, Corporate Greg.
All right, I'm not Corporate Greg. Bergie's in there, and this is
Bergie.
producer Laura. All right, guys, with all the talk about the All-Star game and how boring it was, two guys did make headlines. Luka and Jokic left Twitter spiraling this weekend because they look like huge besties. And they were saying, what would they look like if they were teammates? How scary would that team be? And do you guys actually see that potentially happening in the future?
Yes.
That was quick. Yes.
Yeah.
I do see that happening in the future.
When? I mean,
in the era of player movement, the players
Sure,
can
it can.
control where they want to go. Yeah. What would that look like on the floor? Those two guys together.
Luka and Jokic?
Yeah. Oh my God.
It would be fantastic.
It'd be
to watch.
ridiculous, right? Oh my gosh.
See, this is the only problem. I don't see Jamal Murray and Jokic breaking up anytime soon. They are, to me, they are the best duo in the game today.
Yes.
The best. So I don't see why, and they're young too. They're both. I don't know for sure, but I think
What if
Jamal
Luka
Murray's like
calls a
27 years old.
What if
something around
Luka
there.
calls a shot and say, "I want to go up there and play"?
They're not going to get rid of Murray for him.
You don't
He's been
think so?
saying no. They just want
Oh.
to. They just want a title with him.
Yeah.
This is a type of situation where Murray and Jokic could be in different senses. They're not
Yeah.
exactly the same, but it can be a Kobe Shaq type of thing where these guys can go on for a long time. That team can stay together for a long time and be the next Warrior dynasty.
What do you
type
think would
thing.
be better, Murray and Jokic or Luka and Jokic?
I think
which would be a better basketball team?
I think Murray and Jokic is as good of a basketball team that I've seen in quite some time.
Okay, either way,
I would not go away from it if I was the Nuggets.
Either way, but
absolutely not.
it'd be fun to watch and something I would love to see.
Luka's amazing.
Yeah.
And he does a lot of things that are absolutely amazing and has an amazing passer. Same with Jokic. But what I've seen from Murray and Jokic and how they work so well together, why split up that chemistry?
I'm with you. I got one more question.
Okay.
Do you think Luka goes his whole career without a championship? Because he might.
I mean, he could, unless he joins up with someone like Giannis or something like that,
Or like Jokic.
Yeah, I
Right.
just don't see that
Yeah,
happening.
me either.
But
I'm with
if
you.
if he joins up with someone, sure,
Yeah.
I think that can happen. But it's not going to. Kyrie and Luka is not going to ever do anything.
Yeah.
He needs a big big super-
Jokic is the centerpiece. Yeah.
He's like, so Jokic.
Like AD,
I'm pushing this, aren't I? Right. Yeah.
AD and Luka, that could be
man.
nasty.
Don't do that.
But I don't think that's ever going to happen. So I mean, there's certain situations. I think he would need someone really, really. I mean, maybe do something in San Antonio and do Wemby and Luka.
That
I
might
think
work.
there's, but
Yeah.
also. Luka leaving Dallas and Mark Cuban's, although he did just sell the team. So
He did,
but
yeah.
he still runs the whole the
Yeah.
team. So yeah.
What's up, fool?
All right, guys. J.J. Watt was on Pat McAfee last week and had a new rule change. I wanted to get your opinion, DeMarco, because I think you have good insight on
Only
this.
you, not me.
Well, yeah, it's got a little more
Let's
personal insight on it.
get that key thing in there. Not you, him.
He suggested reducing offensive holding from 10 to 5 yards, and he said, quote, a 10-yard penalty is so massive in the NFL, I think if you make 5 yards, it'll be called more fairly and realistically because it's not crippling the offense.
Wow.
Would you be in favor of the 5-yard penalty instead of the 10? And how much impact do you think that have?
It's a massive penalty.
It is, but it's
This is a defensive guy.
Yeah, it's massively unfair when you get held. And outside of Aaron Donald, I think J.J. Watt may have been the most held guy in the league. It's ridiculous. Next to Micah Parsons. He gets held all the time, and it's not called, and it's frustrating. But I don't know if reducing it to 5 yards would be the answer. I don't know if that makes them call it more, because they will slow down the game if you call a bunch of holding calls. So
yeah, it's more flags. Is that what we want? More flags, and also every rule in NFL feels like it's offense.
It favors the
favors
offense.
offense. Why are we
Yeah.
trying to take something that favors the defense and bring it down less?
Because it's not fair. I mean, what happens to these guys? What happens to Aaron Donald on every single play is just not fair. You're letting these guys get away with holding.
He's being triple teamed. How are you not being held on a triple team?
It stinks. And look, as much as I hate the Niners, I have to say that, man, they were holding the heck out of Bosa. And not one call. Not one call, which means they're going to keep doing it and make it worse. Well, you're negating one of the best players in the game by letting guys foul. That's not fair.
It was like, what was it? The right tackle for the Chiefs always would step back and would take a step before the ball was snapped.
Oh, yeah, the false start.
Yeah, the false start. It was every single play.
Yeah.
It was never being called.
And it's unbelievable.
So they just let it keep going.
But I don't know, to your point, I don't know, or to J.J. Watt's point, I don't know if reducing it to 5 yards will change anything. They're still going to hold.
Would you do anything to fix holding?
Well, okay, look, I was brought up, and Aaron's in that same mold. You take care of holding yourself. You have to make them pay a physical toll for holding you. Because when they have two hands on you, there's some place where they can't protect.
Yeah. You just got to get in there.
Absolutely.
Find something.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. If
Nope,
you're going to
I
grab
got it.
me, I'm going to grab something too.
You can say it without saying it.
Yeah.
What's up, Fu?
How do I follow that one? You know, I'm just
You just do.
I'm just saying. All right, guys. So over the weekend, like I said, I had a busy weekend, and my boyfriend and I went out for our Valentine's Day dinner thing. And while we were walking, we thought we found money. There was like a trail of like $100 bills, and we just like picked them up, right? We're like, let's just go. We just scored $300. So we were super excited until we get to the car, and it was play money.
Oh.
And you couldn't
They did it on purpose.
tell. Probably hidden camera somewhere making fun of us now, right? But we were super excited, whatever. We get in the car, and then he's like, babe, these don't feel like, because it was dark. We're in Pasadena. And I'm like, how can you, I can't tell if a bill is fake just by touching it. Can you guys?
No.
Yeah, no.
Not by touching it, no.
I mean, if it's a good fake, no.
I should have brought it because I kept one.
No, yeah, you should have brought it. It depends on the bill. Like, there's some bills that you can tell are just, this is not a real bill.
Yeah.
But the really good fakes, no, absolutely not. But most of them, like, there's something off on them. They don't feel like play money. We have like Carlo and the social team. They have one of those guns that shoot money in the air.
Oh, yeah.
All that money is very fake, and you can feel it.
That you can tell. But
Right.
this one, I'm going to bring it tomorrow because
Okay.
it honestly looks real. Like, I got fooled. But he touched it, and he was like, oh, yeah, it's fake. Because I was the one that picked it up. He's like, it's fake. And I look at it on the side. It says play money. But it's like tiny little print.
Oh, it's on there. And also, you just got to think, there's 3 $100 bills.
Hey, you never know.
in
It's
a row.
Pasadena, bro.
True.
Pasadena's a
Well,
good.
Pasadena,
Where I was,
yeah.
it was a nice.
But
little
still,
area.
if that's sitting there going, like, picking that up, that's
When
not.
you find money, what do you do? What's your protocol?
It depends on where it is.
Yeah,
okay,
it does.
You're leaving a crowded restaurant.
I will look around and say, is this anybody's?
Okay, so you'll try to give it back.
Sure.
Oh,
try to
hell
give it-
no. I'm not doing that. Bro, you know how many people going to be like, that's my money?
Because, like, if let's say you're at Disneyland, right? And,
Yeah,
like,
right.
there's money there. I'll be like,
A wad of cash, somebody clearly dropped this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm trying to give that back to them.
You're trying to see who dropped it.
If it's clear and there's nobody around and there's a $5 bill on the ground, that's mine.
Okay, I'm with you, but I have a time limit. I hold it up for
is this
60 seconds.
Somebody's?
In plain view for 60 seconds. Did anybody drop this? If no one claims it?
No, that's going in your
Ice cream.
pocket. Yes. like if I see a bag of money somewhere, right? And there's nobody
Oh,
around.
I ain't touching that, bro.
You're not,
A bag of money?
You shouldn't. You should.
No.
Yeah, bag of money. You shouldn't. I'm taking that thing. It's mine now.
No, I'm not taking
A
it.
bag of money?
Yeah, bag of money is
Like a
mine.
paper
I'm
bag?
brown.
Oh, that's mine.
I'm brown.
It's
I'm
mine.
not doing that. No,
Once found a rubber band full of money, like a roll of money.
Oh, yeah.
And it was like a bunch of fives, and I was like 15.
Oh,
and
that's
it was
yours.
at school. And best
was
day
yours.
ever.
Wow.
See,
There
okay.
you go. That's
here-
right, Brian.
Here's the thing. Like, I've found money, like, on the street. Like, the only time I give it is when I see it falling from somebody.
Yeah.
Or somebody was, like, right there in the vicinity, and it's now there. I'm like, I'm just going to assume that it's theirs. Whether it is or not, I'm just going to assume and I don't need the bad karma. But if ain't nobody around, that's my money now.
Yeah, if no one's around,
I'm there.
bag of money,
Yeah.
no one around, it's mine.
Yeah.
Except the bag.
And
I
if
ain't
you
touching
see
the
it
bag.
fall out somebody's pocket and you don't give it back,
Oh, you a bad
No, that's
person.
you're a
messed up.
thief.
You're a bad person.
Yeah,
You're a bad person.
Bad
Yes.
100%.
Yeah. You got another one?
What's up,
Yeah, I
Fu?
got one for you.
All right.
I was just thinking, man, what if he's walking too fast, though?
Depends on circumstance.
This one's like, oh, put your hand. Oh,
Excuse me.
You're too quick for me, bro. You're too quick for me.
Oh man, no, I missed you. No, dang, that sucks.
What's up, Fu?
Okay, so I got one more here for you. So it was announced that Rob Manfred is going to be stepping down, retiring after 2029. So a 5-year retirement. Why would somebody is there any benefit of putting out I'm going to retire in 5 years?
So what it is, I believe, is that he's not going to sign another contract, and I think the contract ends in 2029. So that's what it is. It's that he's letting you know I'm no longer going to sign a contract over 2029. They should have gotten rid of him years ago. He should not be the commissioner of baseball. He is the terrible commissioner. I don't like him. I think he's a jerk. He called the trophy a shiny piece of metal.
Oh.
That's not okay.
Oh.
That's not okay.
But he's been to spring training.
So that, okay.
He also did nothing to the
that goes against you. He is not a fan of baseball.
I'm kidding.
I know, but he's
kidding.
not.
Yeah.
He's not a fan, so he should. That goes against your whole thing.
You're happy he's gone. You want him gone
God.
now.
I want him gone
you
now.
Want him gone now. Wow.
I've never been so happy and not happy at the exact same time. Like,
Yeah.
I'm happy he's gone, but I got 5 more years of it.
Right, that's how I feel.
Well,
his time is coming, but
Yeah.
You get sentenced to 25 to life, and you're up year 20. You got 5 more. You're happy. No.
He's a joke of a commissioner.
What's up, Foo?
Is there a commish you like? You hate basketball?
No.
You hate Adam Silver.
No, I don't hate Adam Silver.
You just said you hate Adam Silver. Oh.
Absolutely not.
Oh, okay.
I think Adam Silver is the best commissioner in sports.
Is he listening or something?
No, I've always said it. He is. If there was a commissioner overarching all other sports,
You'd want him.
I would want him to be at the top, and then all the other ones
My
below
bad.
him. Roger Goodell, all those people all going up to him because he is the best commissioner in sports.
Ah, okay.
So backwards.
My bad.
What's up, Foo?
All right, guys. I have a lot of good ones, but I'm going to go with this one. A Southwest passenger went to Twitter to express his anger when another passenger sat directly in the row behind him. According to the tweeter, they were the only 2 passengers on the flight.
Sat directly behind him?
Yeah, directly. Okay, directly. He put a picture and everything. If you were that passenger, would you say something? Or how quickly would you say something for him to move?
I'd be hot.
Really?
I know you would.
The entire plane is open, and you sit right behind me.
Yep.
Why?
Exactly.
Why would you do that?
To cause you problems so you can't put your seat down.
Right, but why would you do that?
I don't know. I think
do that. You do that, wouldn't you?
Absolutely not. Absolutely. What do you think of me?
I'm just saying.
I think you think terrible things about me.
Well, why would you do that? Why would a person do that?
I have no idea. It's ridiculous.
What if
go
they're-
somewhere. At least go on the other side.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Space. We have all the space. Take it. You go there.
You're a bad person if you do that.
Thank you.
You are absolutely a bad person.
What if you're afraid to fly? Somebody brought up that. Because full disclaimer, I did this last week. But what if you're afraid to fly and you need comfort? So the person in front of you is your comfort.
Then sit next to me and tell me.
Yeah, or sit
next
on
to
the
me
other side of the
now.
aisle.
Recline.
No. On the other side of the aisle. You can sit next to me
Yeah.
on the other side of the aisle.
I'm sensitive. If you're afraid of flying, I get that. I'll help you through it. But don't
Sure.
sit behind me and mess up my relaxation. Come
Well,
on.
yeah, because you want to talk to me.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to turn around to
Right.
talk to you. What
And
are
I
we-
can't lean backwards. Yeah.
No, right.
My
No,
God.
That's
Wow.
ridiculous. All right. Thanks a lot, guys. By the way, it's BB Go 5th Row Fridays. They're back on Mason Island. Listen all week to the show from 1 to 4 p.m. Be sure to take notes. And on Fridays, you take the pop quiz. And you could be sitting 5th row at a Lakers game. They're playing Oklahoma City on Monday, March 4th, and that's what this week's contest is for. BB Go, the official game day snack of the Los Angeles Lakers. All right, DeMarco, coming up next, I am completely technologically stupid. Completely. I cannot understand my phone at all. I just figured something out on my iPhone, and I want to ask you about it. That's coming up next on Mason Island, 710 ESPN.
Coming up next at 4
Big
p.m.
news, Laker fans. John Ireland here. You can now stream every Lakers
I think I got a UCL problem. I think I need Tommy John.
Really?
Yeah, my right arm is like, this thing right here is killing me.
Why
Having your back and your UCL.
I
had lunch with Dr. Clapper. Tell him I got a UCL problem.
Live and local Lakers talk.
I needed to check my UCL.
UCL,
like a urinary tract problem? No, that's the. It's in your elbow. You got a urinary tract problem? What happened? I thought it was a urinary tract issue. You okay? I said Tommy John. I don't know. Sometimes they do Tommy John when you have a urinary tract infection. You want some cranberry juice? It's malpractice. It's like the wrong surgery. Different John. Oh, gotcha. Yeah. Different John. Yeah. Got it.
You got to get that cleared up, George. Yeah. Those are painful.
Yeah, this thing is killing me.
Well, what have you been doing? Oh, you've been pitching batting practice to
And
Mateo.
pickleball.
Oh, pickleball.
All right, guys, it's
Honestly, you're kicking me off the pickleball team. You're hurt. You got a back problem. You got a urinary tract infection. Ask Beto.
Sedano and Cat every weekday after Mason and I.
Row seats to a Laker game. How many times do people come up to us and say, "Hey, give me Laker tickets"? Yes. We don't have them. I don't even have them, but you can win them if you listen every day.
And these seats are better than the seats that you and Michael have, right?
15 rows better.
Yeah.
Michael and I are like row 20. So here's how you win. You listen every day to all the shows and take notes. If you can answer 5 questions about what happened on the show that day, you're eligible to win.
And don't forget, on Fridays, your chance to call in all 5 right answers, and you are in the 5th row at Crypto.com Arena for a Lakers game for free.
Don't worry. Mason will be back tomorrow, so we're done, DeMarco. We did our 3 days.
We did it.
I think, you know what? It's been really fun.
Yes.
I enjoyed working with these guys, with Brian Cohen, Laura. I think it's been great.
We've exposed you.
It's been a lot of fun.
You're not exposing
We've
me.
exposed a lot.
No, you just feel like you wanted to just come at me on just random things. Like I don't go to. I'm
I
not
got
a true fan because I don't.
Kurt Warner smacked you
Okay,
down.
that was real.
Yeah,
That was
spring
real.
training. Come on, this has been fun.
No, that was real. The second one was not real. That one doesn't work.
Come on, it was great.
Wait, Laura, you said something to me earlier, and I think it was actually in an email.
Uh-oh.
You don't like the rain?
What?
I hate the rain.
What? How can you hate the rain?
I am I live in SoCal. I am an LA girl. I love the sun. I like it when it's like nice and toasty. I'm also a summer baby. Like I can't stand the rain. I do love that song though by New Edition. But
Yeah.
I hate the rain.
That's a great song by New Edition.
I know. I told him to play it, but he still hasn't played it.
Oh yeah,
Brian,
that's one of them songs.
Listen to your producer.
Yeah.
Don't do that. Brian's
That's
also a
one of those
producer.
songs.
No,
How do you
Brian's,
hate
Brian's
the rain?
I mean, I love the rain.
There's-
Honestly,
Yeah.
there's nothing better than sitting on your couch, being
Yeah, but we're
bundled up.
working, man.
Yeah, but I mean, we can't hear or see the rain right
Yeah.
now. So what's the difference?
I
Sense of
gotta
renewal?
drive. Okay, first of all, we already got bad drivers
I'll give you
in
that.
LA.
Very
okay?
true.
This is all very
Okay,
real.
and then you add the rain, people become stupider on the roads, and I'm like, yeah.
I don't mind
move.
stupid as long as stupid is safe. If you're going slow, that's fine.
No, it's not
Stupid
even-
means they're going 1,000 miles an hour in the rain.
Yeah.
What is a wait? Okay, hold on.
What?
How fast are you allowed to go in the rain on the freeway?
You should go a little bit slower.
Yes.
Yeah, especially in LA because it doesn't rain here a lot. When it
does
does,
not.
Especially
all
in
that
fast
stuff.
lane when it puddles up,
Yep.
too.
Yes. You should go a little bit slower.
I'm going the speed limit. I'm not going over the speed limit. but
Okay.
I'm going the speed limit.
Speed
That's
limit's
fine.
65.
Yeah.
55. That's
Drop
that's
it down a little bit. That's fine.
No, I'm not trying.
No,
to get down.
that's normal, bro. Because who drives 65, 55 on a regular with no
Right,
rain?
that
We're
is
driving
slow.
80.
Right.
Sort of.
In the
100%.
rain, you're driving
No,
80.
no,
no. She's saying
on a
regularly.
normal day,
Yes.
80. Okay, yeah, that's
that's
what I mean.
okay,
For
right?
LA, that's slow. Going
Because
the speed limit is slow.
It's the people on the road, and I'll agree with you with this with the rain. What people do not know how to drive, but it's the people that go down to like 45 on the freeway.
Okay,
just just stop.
Now
What are you doing?
you're-
Go,
yeah, you're
move
creating a
faster.
hazard. Yeah.
You're causing traffic. You're
Yes.
causing it to take us a long time. You're causing it. If you just go with the flow of traffic, no matter what,
Or
rain or
if
not.
you're going to go that slow, get all the way to the right.
Yeah.
Just move over and let the faster
People
traffic
don't
go
do
through.
that.
I
They
know.
do this in the fast lane.
They
do
don't
this
get it.
in the
Yeah.
fourth lane. Like, it's a complete nonsense.
But you should love the rain.
I hate the
It's
rain.
a sense of renewal.
It is.
Things grow with rain.
This is
Come
going to
on.
sound really sappy.
What?
The smell of rain?
Yes.
Really, really nice.
Absolutely. You
I
should go
love
for a
it.
walk in the rain. You'd love it.
I
You should.
agree. Listen, I do think there's a lot of relaxation that comes from just listening to the rain. If I'm home, not doing nothing, but if I have to drive somewhere, go to work, I don't want the rain. You know what I'm saying? Like you.
Yeah.
And then if it's the weekend, I don't want the rain because I want to be out.
Yeah, I hear that Missy song.
It's okay.
Yeah, I can't stand the rain. That's CSU right there.
Also, someone asked, why do I move so much? I have bad knees, man. I need knee surgery, and I have to stand.
So yeah, when I'm back there and you're onto the screener side, so to my left,
to your left,
you have to move around. You have to like do some stretches and stuff. Yeah, that's just
That's why I move. So my bad if I'm causing you. I don't know.
Slow down out there, please.
Don't worry.
Yeah.
YouTube will find absolutely anything to get
it's okay,
upset
but
about
I
somebody.
like it because they say things because they want to be brought up. So we make
Sure, but you didn't say their name, so they don't know that you got brought. You didn't bring them up.
Jose.
We speak your names.
Right. Exactly.
We speak your names.
All right. I know. We'll get back to the All-Star game and some other things that are going on in sports. No, because it's terrible and it's funny.
We don't need to talk about it ever again.
Okay, we can start.
If that's the way you're going to play, you don't deserve to be talked about.
No, you're absolutely right. So, but the one thing I did want to bring up that, do you know how on your phone you can pin messages?
Yeah.
Yes.
Did you know this?
No.
No, he didn't.
No, I have absolutely no idea what you're talking about.
I legitimately found this out, I think, last week or the week before.
Yeah.
And it's amazing. I love it.
What does pin your phone mean?
So on the top of your message, iMessages, I think it's only on iPhones. I don't know how it works on Androids. And if you have an Android, you're ruining everything. Yeah, your text messages.
Okay.
Text messages. So at the top, you can make little circles here. You can look at it. Mine, like I have 9 of them.
How'd you do that?
You go to. We're doing this on the air.
Yeah.
All right, so like I have someone. Pepe Mantilla just texted me. So if I swipe to the left, just softly to the left.
Oh, I see.
Oh wait, no.
I never swiped that way.
No, sorry. No, there's an edit button at the top, and it says edit pins.
Correct.
And then you can swipe to the left a little bit, and you can pin them to the top.
Oh, sweet.
This is amazing to me.
Yeah.
It saves me so much time.
So I can make a top 10 of text messages.
Yeah, a top 9. How many do you have, Laura?
I have 2.
2? That's it?
That's it. Like I learned about
this. It's the boo?
No, the boo's not even on there.
Whoa.
Wow.
Did you hear that? That was a good.
Okay, here's why. Because I don't need all that. I have 2 people.
Who?
My lawyer.
Okay.
All right.
My lawyer. I have 2 lawyers.
Wow, you have to have your lawyer pinned to the top?
I have 2 lawyers.
Okay.
I have 2 lawyers. And those are the 2 lawyers. Those are the 2 pin conversations. That's it. And
wow.
Yeah, like I just don't feel the need to have so many pin things. I used to have Sedano and Cap like the group thread pinned. Yeah. And then I was like, they're going to delete this chat. It's just going to stay dormant. So I unpinned that. And then you, as Mason and Ireland, you guys don't text that much in the group thread. So I don't have you guys pinned.
Look, let's be honest about this. I try, and it just you get no response, so you just say, forget it.
Who
I'm
kills
not doing
it?
it anymore.
Mason, right? Mason kills it? No?
It depends on what's going on. No, Mason doesn't respond.
Yeah, he kills it. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, my God.
Ireland, he's so busy, and he's at Laker games, and he's on flights, and he's doing so many other different things that he barely responds.
Okay.
Brian does nothing but put a little heart on things.
Yeah,
I put you guys on Do Not Disturb.
I saw that. I liked it. Good job.
He gets back to you. Okay, right.
He doesn't really add anything like,
head.
I really like this.
Wow.
Laura's in the group chat.
I'm the chatty catty, but I know they're
tries.
not, so like if I have to, if I want a response, I'll just text Greg on the side.
Yeah.
Like that's it, because it'll be us two just going back and forth.
And then you feel like you're bothering them.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
It's too much of a problem.
I don't want to do that because then I'm like, God, they're gonna be like, this one's too much. I talk a lot, so.
So pinned tweets are supposed to help me save time.
It saves me so much time.
Messages,
Do
not
you
tweets.
use this, Brian?
No, I tried it before, but I got like some OCD, and it just messes with my aesthetic of the messages.
Oh, really?
And then it just like
No.
messes with my mind. Like it doesn't look right.
The one thing I hate the most is having to swipe through, like, just scroll,
To look for a text?
and to find that text. I know there's other ways to do it where you like at the very top in the search. Yeah, you can search. I want it, the
Bang,
9
bang.
people
Okay.
at the top are the people I talk to the most, and I can just go click, 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 click. Oh, it's great. I'm a big fan.
Okay.
Big fan. So thank you for listening.
What do you
through
do
my
with the
TED
30
Talk.
seconds of your day that you save by pinning your text message? What do you do with
Plenty
that?
of things. Go get some food, get something to drink, get some more coffee. I mean, there's a lot of things that you can do in that.
By the
30
way,
seconds, yeah.
shout out to Pepe for saying that he also hates the rain.
Why does
Thank
Pepe
you,
hate the
Pepe.
rain? How do you hate
Thank
the
you,
rain?
Pepe.
I'm shocked about
Muchas
that, Pepe.
gracias,
That seems
Pepe. He gets me.
opposite of what you would do, Pepe. You seem like a rain guy.
No, he doesn't.
Yeah, he does. He seems like he likes everything, so the rain
Yeah.
feels like something he would like as well.
Mm.
No?
You better be saving water then if you hate the rain. Come on.
Listen, the only time the rain is good is if, like, again, if you're going to be home with your boo and just relaxing and you're not going out.
Yeah. It was nice. But there's one thing that I liked about this weekend.
What?
One thing only.
What?
The 3-point shooting contest. I enjoyed it.
That was fun.
I really liked it.
That's universal. Yeah.
I really, really liked it. I think there's a lot of the big topics on most shows is like, should it be the last thing on the docket? Should it be where it is? It should be in the last thing. The most important thing, the thing that people want to watch the most, should be the last thing. But also, I just enjoyed it. I like seeing Dame win again. I like seeing him shoot. It was fun for me. It's exciting. There's a ticking clock. I need more of that type of thing on All-Star Weekend.
Yeah, long range, what do you call that? Being a marksman. Long range shots, I think, are more impressive than dunks now, don't you think?
Oh, they completely are.
And I think they've always been that way.
You know those ones in the middle, like there was a money ball. They have one singular money ball where it was further away from the 3-point line.
The big shot.
That was everything they kept saying was that's Dame's range. That's his normal spot. So it's crazy that's where we got to in today's NBA, where you're better at shooting further away than behind the 3-point line.
I know, it's incredible. Where are they going to be in 20 years? Think about that. Yeah, I know.
That's why, Michael Thompson has this whole thing. If he had one thing he can do in the NBA, if he was the commissioner for one day, he would make a 4-point shot. I think it's ridiculous to do that because this is what's happening. Probably just outside the logo.
Just outside the logo.
Like kind of right there,
Well, what's wrong with a 4-point shot?
Well, because this is their range now.
I mean, it's still going to be low percentage from out there.
Of course.
Especially if it's contested.
But do we need a 4-point shot? Is that something that's really necessary?
I'm starting to think so.
Really?
I mean, because a 3-pointer is not that ooh-ah anymore. I mean, it's become so commonplace.
Okay.
If you have one farther back and it's worth 4 points...
Okay, how many years did it take for that to be commonplace to be making a 3-point shot over and over and over
When
again?
did Steph Curry come into the league?
Yeah, so probably, sure. That's how long it took. Probably it took 20 years, whatever it took to be like the 3-point shot. You finally realize 3 is more than 2.
Yeah.
It probably took about 20 years.
You got bigs taking
It's going to be
threes
less
now.
than that. So if you make this 4-point shot, guys are going to start stepping out further and further and further, and that's going to become commonplace for them to be shooting from that range. It's not going to be special. It'll be special for a little bit, maybe 10 years. It'll be special, and then that's going to be just normal. They're just going to be shooting from there all the time.
But it would be nice if, say, a half-court shot was worth 4 points at the end of a game that's usually supposed to be over, and maybe you get a chance to tie a game up with down 4 with 2 ticks on the clock. Who knows?
I like the fact of what it is right now. I like the fact that it's amazing when it happens. It's shocking. I don't need an extra point. Their scoring is already so high in the NBA, especially because of the 3-point shot, that I'm totally fine with keeping it how it is. I don't need more scoring. We're getting upset with the All-Star game because they hit 200 points and 100 points and a half.
Allowed 200 points. That's the way I'm looking at it. Yeah.
Oh, well, the Lakers put up 87 points against, I forget who it was against, but I think it was New Orleans possibly, against 87 points against the Pelicans just a couple weeks ago. They're not that far off from 100 points and a half. So if you put in the 4-point shot.
And a half.
And a half.
Yeah.
So if we're going to put in a 4-point shot, we're going to be hitting that 100 points and a half sooner rather than later. We can hit it now.
Well, see, that's the whole point with the dunk contest and LeBron. I mean, no matter how creative you are in the air, as soon as you throw that thing down, it's only worth 2 points.
2 points.
Right. So a 3-pointer, and you should get more points the farther back you are. You know what I'm saying? If you're taking one from the logo and you bang that in, it should be more than a corner 3. That's all I'm saying.
The line. Me personally, I don't need more points. I think we have the right amount of points.
The game's fine the way it is.
Game's fine the way it is. Scoring is not down by any means. We're not getting 87-80 games. We're not in the early 2000 Lakers run when if you hit 100 points, it was like, wow, look at this.
Yeah.
They put up 100 points in this game. That's crazy. So we're in a situation where every team in the league is averaging, and I actually want to see it. The lowest team in the league averaging probably giving up, 105 points. That's probably like the low.
Yeah.
So I don't need more points. No, I don't think we need more points.
But, to have a bonus situation where you get 4 points for that shit, that might be fun. Who knows?
I mean,
it could change things.
Maybe on the exact opposite side of the floor, like at the other free throw line, that would be the best place for it. But otherwise, no, I don't need 4-point shots.
A full court heave should be worth more than 3 points.
Nah, I don't know.
I mean, from under one basket to the other, like a full-on football shot put and it goes in, should be worth more than a 3-pointer.
But do you want guys trying that more?
No. I
Well,
don't.
then
I wouldn't want
don't
Dame
give
shooting
incentive.
from where he's shooting from. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? But that's
right.
just the way it is now. No.
Then why do you want to give them incentive?
Because
to
if
do
you
it?
hit it from there, you should get more points for that.
Okay, maybe, but you're giving them incentive to do it, but you don't want them to do it.
No,
so you're contradicting yourself.
If
That's all
I
I'm
need
saying.
it, yeah, I should get 4 points for that.
And also, you're contradicting yourself on a couple other things.
I
And-
am not
and
contradicting
Laura
myself.
and I are very much against you on this. You think that athletes can't be lonely. Is that right?
How?
Tell me.
Okay.
Tell me next. I want
Okay.
you to tell me about it next.
All right.
710 ESPN.
All right, guys, it's officially back. Fifth Row Fridays presented by BBGO.
That's the official game day snack of the Lakers, by the way. And this is the best thing we give away. Fifth row seats to a Laker game. How many times do people come up to us and say, hey, give me Laker tickets?
Yes.
We don't have them. I don't even have them, but you can win them if you listen every day.
And these seats are better than the seats that you and Michael have, right?
15 rows better.
Yeah.
Michael and I are like row 20. So here's how you win. You listen every day to all the shows and take notes. If you can answer 5 questions about what happened on the show that day, you're eligible to win.
And don't forget, on Fridays, your chance to call in all 5 right answers, and you are in the fifth row at Crypto.com Arena for a Lakers game.
For free!
Oh, this is you. I don't know who this is.
You don't know who this is?
No.
Oh my God, it's New Edition.
Oh, it's New Edition.
I can't believe you did not know that.
New Edition.
God, New Edition.
With Johnny Gill.
Yeah.
Bobby
Yep.
Brown had just taken a powder.
Taking a what?
Taking a powder. So they brought in Johnny Gill. Yeah. Yeah.
Look at that.
You know, like he took
I know
some
New
time off.
Edition. I don't know this song.
Yeah.
Oh,
this
I
was
love
the
this
cut.
song.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Where were
No,
you? In what stage of your life was this?
Oh my God,
What
I wasn't
year
even
was this?
born. I
Huh?
don't think I was born when this came out.
You had to. When were you?
No, it's-
Never mind.
I was born in '88. I'm 35.
Okay, you were right around there.
That's
okay,
right.
never
It would
mind.
have to be like
never mind.
89.
I got memories of this song.
Well, the thing is, like, I love R&B, so
Yeah.
everybody always asks me, how do you know those cuts? Because you were probably not even born. I'm like, bro, because I got taste. Like,
yeah. This was the cut. This was the one. Yeah, this was the one.
I was 6 years old, so that was a little bit before me.
Guaranteed prom dance song right here. Yes.
That's the one you flip on. And you're like,
Absolutely.
we're good.
Absolutely. This is the one. Yes,
By the
sir.
way, it's a Michelob Ultra Reaction Monday on 710. We are reacting all day long to last night's NBA All-Star Game and the spring training baseball this week. Michelob Ultra, 2.6 carbs, 95 calories. It's only worth it if you enjoy it. Now, Laura, you found this story. It's Shaq had a message for Jason Kelce. So just kind of explain what it is, and we can go from there.
So basically, I saw this. It was on the big podcast, and people are generally concerned for Shaq. I actually want you guys to hear Shaq give his advice to Jason, and then I can bring it back.
My advice to you is if you are going to retire,
yes,
accept it. Enjoy your family, brother.
Thank you.
I made a lot of dumb mistakes to where I lost my family and I didn't have anybody. That's not the case for you, so enjoy your beautiful wife, enjoy your beautiful kids, and never dwell on what we had. Yeah. What we had is what we got. You got the ring. People know who you are. Enjoy it. Because, again, I was an idiot, and I've talked about it a long time. Lost my whole family. Been a 100,000 square foot house by myself.
So when exactly, I sent you guys that, and I said, that's deep.
Yeah.
That's deep.
Respect.
And DeMarco then responds with something real crazy.
What?
It
What
was
you mean,
it was crazy.
what?
Don't
It was
you say-
not crazy.
Okay, explain.
I was saying, like, I wonder where this is coming from with Diesel, with Shaq. Like, why is he saying this? Is not the first time he said something like this.
Okay, yeah.
He got into it with Monique over this. Monique said that, what did she say about him? Somebody that doesn't have a woman shouldn't give out advice or something. So Shaq in his personal life has been coming up a lot lately. I don't know why.
There must be something going on that he's saying, like, but the whole thing is like you can be lonely as an athlete.
Right. You said that we didn't touch the Monique thing. You said something else. You said, I don't buy it. Let me actually.
I can't figure out where this is coming from.
Hold up, because I don't want to.
I'll tell you what I said. Like he said, he came home to 100,000 square foot. That's big.
That's a monster.
That's
house.
huge.
I mean, you're
100,000
Shaq.
Where? Here?
Well, you were basically.
You got the cash, man. You're Shaquille O'Neal.
What you were trying to say, and I could be wrong, right? Because I'm interpreting here, is that as an athlete, there's no way that you can be lonely.
What I said was, Shaq said that he got the ring, came home to an empty house.
Right.
And I said,
which is concerning.
And I said, as a professional athlete, or meaning Shaq, the most famous guy on the planet at one point, if he's going home alone, that's a choice.
Sure. But
that's what I said.
Yeah.
That's a choice because he could pull up to any restaurant, club, roll down the window, bang, he's good. That's Shaq. You know how this place works.
No.
So anybody going home alone, that's probably a choice.
Yeah,
that's what I said.
I agree with you that if he wanted to, he could, but that doesn't mean that he wants that. Also, I mean, he seems to be a guy that is going out and he's DJing. He's doing a lot. It seems like he's doing, and I'm just guessing, but he's doing a lot of things to keep himself busy because maybe he is sad about going home to this 100,000.
How old is Shaq now? Shaq is what? 40,
maybe 50.
I will Google it.
He's not that. He's a little bit younger than I am.
51.
51. So he's making the switch. Absolutely, that makes all the sense in the world.
But my thing is,
kids are grown. He's missing something. Yeah.
My thing is, anybody here can go anywhere and get somebody, right? If you that's what you choose to do so. And my thing is, maybe he wants more than that, and that's why he's saying, I'm lonely. It's not necessarily, I always say this, you can have a bunch of people around you and still feel lonely. So it's not about having Greg in here or whatever, a friend, because it's how you individually feel. And I think that's what was concerning for people, because he might have a lot of people around him and he still feels lonely. And that's what I was trying to get at. Because you know what
I mean? Obviously, I think he was just passing on some wisdom to a guy that's just about to retire. And it is weird. And I tell people, like the young guys here, about retirement, what it feels like. It feels like the world just stops, you get off, and then it moves on without you. It's different when you're retired. So maybe that's what he's passing on. But a guy like Shaq, like I said, who is well known, he's a celebrity, A-list guy, and he's got an entourage. So there's no way in this world he's wanting for companionship. He's got it everywhere.
Look, if you want companionship, usually you can find it. That's what Laura's saying. That if we could all go out and we can find companionship.
Even if it's just guys talking or whatever, it's there for him. That's a choice.
Sometimes you want a different kind of companionship, and sometimes just sex is not always what you're looking for.
Not going there. It sounds like he is missing a specific. It sounds like he's missing a specific person.
It could be.
That's what I'm hearing. I'm hearing out of what he's saying.
What he's saying, everything he said in there, he said, I lost my whole family. So there's something that he is missing in that. I don't know the depths of his relationships and his family.
I think part of the reason he lost them is because he could go out anywhere and not be lonely.
Right.
That's the whole issue. I think that's what he was trying to tell him. But as far as Shaq being lonely, nah, come on, bro. The dude's he's global, man. He's worldwide.
Just like Laura's saying, people around you and being with certain people, you can still be lonely. I can go home and spend time with friends and family and my dog, and also I still feel lonely because I'm missing that one thing. I'm missing that companionship that I'm looking for. That can happen. That can happen for Shaq too. Yeah, it absolutely happens.
Look, and this is like I'm super open about stuff. Like I was going to therapy, and I remember telling my therapist when I first moved out, I was like, I have, my career, I have my boyfriend, I have my friends, but sometimes I'm home and I feel lonely. And she's like,
but you are by yourself though.
I am. But sometimes I would have, like even when a friend would come over and we would have conversations, I was spaced out. And she was like, because there's a lot of transition in your life, which is essentially what he's talking about, right? All these transitions. She was, that's normal for you to feel like that because there's your sense of self is catching on to all these changes. So again, we don't know his life like that. We're just here speculating.
Sure.
But my thing is that can happen even when you have people around you because of all these transitioning happening in your life.
And the last thing I said to you guys that was, the one that you guys picked up on was, what's wrong with you people?
You're right.
You did. What's wrong with you?
Because of that. Because you can, it happens a lot. And there's just loneliness is a thing that can't always be stopped just by having somebody or something around. You can feel lonely being around someone you love. You can be, even if you have that companionship, you can still feel lonely. When I was in my marriage, I felt lonely because we didn't get along and it wasn't working out. You can still get to that point. Yeah.
I would get rolled up by my friends if I said, I love you guys, but I'm lonely right now.
Sometimes it doesn't
They
help.
would beat the tar out of me.
Yeah.
But that's part of and again, getting too deep, but a part of, our communities, DeMarco, when men are vulnerable and say certain things, it's like, bro, what? Smack.
I have never been lonely a day in my life.
That's good.
I'm kidding. I'm
kidding. That's amazing.
I'm kidding.
You're wonderful.
Right.
That's awesome.
Absolutely. But Shaq is obviously missing something or somebody. I think that's where he was coming from.
It's internal.
So the whole point of that is that the internet is worried about him, and it's understandable because when there was somebody over the weekend that was talking about our communities, the Mason Island community, saying, I'm having a rough time. And a bunch of people got in on it and said, if you need something, we're here for you. Steve Mason said that my DMs are open if you want to talk through anything.
Yeah.
Being lonely is something that if you reach out to people, it's important to do that.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Is that what people are saying? They think Shaq is reaching out?
They could be wrong, but that's the way it sounds.
I think the internet was just kind of like, yo, we need to check up on Shaq. What's up?
Right. Because he's beloved.
Really?
Because he's beloved.
That's what I wouldn't say the last guy I'd be worried about in that regard is Shaq, but he'd be one of the last people I wouldn't worry about in that regard.
You would think so, but the
guy's a DJ. You know what I'm saying?
You never know what's going on behind closed doors.
This is true.
Yep.
But yeah, we'll try and lighten it up just a little bit coming up next. We'll talk about the All-Star game one more time, DeMarco. One more time, and that's only because Adam Silver, the guy I love, the commissioner of NBA, also thinks it's kind of a joke. We'll talk about it next, 7:10.
All right, guys, it's officially back. Fifth Row Fridays presented by BBGO.
That's the official game day snack of the Lakers, by the way. And this is the best thing we give away. Fifth row seats to a Laker game. How many times do people come up to us and say, hey, give me Laker tickets?
Yes.
We don't have them. I don't even have them, but you can win them if you listen every day.
And these seats are better than the seats that you and Michael have, right?
15 rows better.
Yeah.
Michael and I are like row 20. So here's how you win. You listen every day to all the shows and take notes. If you can answer 5 questions about what happened on the show that day, you're eligible to win.
And don't forget, on Fridays, your chance to call in all 5 right answers, and you are in the 5th row at Crypto.com Arena for a Lakers game.
For free! Big news, Laker fans. John Ireland here. You can now stream every Lakers game on the ESPN LA app. Don't miss a second of the action with Michael Thompson and I on the call. Plus, all your live and local Lakers talk every day in the palm of your hand.
You're one tap away from everything Lakers.
You could even win Lakers tickets.
Download the ESPN LA app and bam!
Download the ESPN LA app at the App Store and Google Play.
Podcast.
This is the song you wanted, right, Laura?
This is I literally was singing New Edition. I'm like, oh, you know what, Brian?
I'm so glad you played this. I am. I have a question.
Wait, this is a new edition?
No, this is
this
Milli
is
Vanilli.
Milli
Okay,
Vanilli. But I said
I knew that one. I was like, wait.
No. I said that I was about to tell Brian, hey, play this song, and he already had it queued
I
up.
love it.
Already on the same wave.
Yep, same
I
wave.
want to live in a world where you can play Milli Vanilli and not feel bad. Because they had some bumping songs. They really did.
We
This
are
is the only
living.
song I know.
Wait,
You
what?
know the other one, Girl, You Know It's True.
Oh,
Girl,
oh
you
yeah,
know
girl,
it's
you
true.
know it's
Yeah, yeah.
true. Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
There's
I don't know
some good
names
ones.
of songs, by the way. I
You
just
don't?
I just know songs. Like I can sing songs, but I don't
Pin
know
tweets,
the names.
You haven't been to spring training, and you don't know names of songs. What is going on in here?
I'm an interesting dude, DeMarco.
Clearly.
If you want to know more about me,
Yeah.
just ask.
And you can be
got
alone
stories.
in
Check
a
out
crowd
Laura's
of people.
podcast.
By the way, it's a BB Go Fifth Row Friday. BB Go Fifth Row Fridays are back on Mason Island. This is the best thing we give away by far on the station. Fifth row seats at a Laker game. It's amazing. So listen all week to the show from 1 to 4 p.m. Be sure to take notes. And on Fridays, you take the pop quiz and you could be sitting fifth row at a Lakers game. This one's versus Oklahoma City on Monday, March 4th. BBGO, the official game day snack of the Los Angeles Lakers.
Fifth row, like if Dennis Rodman is playing, going after a loose ball. Fifth row, am I safe, or is he going to land in my lap?
So, I mean, if he jumps over, you can get close. You're right. You're just on the edge of that. There's courtside.
Yeah.
Right? Then
you're going to get hit courtside.
You're going to get hit courtside, absolutely. Then there's the walkway that goes all the way around.
Yeah.
And then there's maybe 1 or 2 seats.
That's a heck of a jump.
And then another one, and like 2 back of that.
That's where I want to sit.
Amazing.
I don't want to have to worry about people falling into my lap, but I want to be close enough to see the game.
Think about it this way.
Yeah.
You are, when you're sitting down, you are eye level with LeBron James.
That's awesome.
You are looking directly at him.
That's a great seat.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
These and every single one of the listeners that have won, they're so appreciative and they just love being there. It's pretty amazing that we go and we'll take them up to meet John Ireland and Michael Thompson and do some social videos. Yes, it's an amazing prize.
Would you throw yourself like in front of your daughter if you're courtside?
100%.
And here comes LeBron James, full head of steam.
Yep. 100%.
Okay.
100%.
Okay, just making sure.
There is nothing that I won't do for that kid.
Just making sure.
Yeah.
What about Shaq?
Shaq?
Yeah.
Sorry. No, yeah.
Sorry, Riley.
No, 100%. I'm moving in front. I will get hit before she does.
Nice.
Absolutely. So we have some sound that we want to play, and I know we don't normally play a lot of sound here, but Adam Silver said something that I thought was absolutely hysterical. Can you play it?
And to the Eastern Conference All-Stars, you scored the most points. Well, congratulations.
Yes. That's a great way to put it.
Cool.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Here you go.
You scored a lot of points.
That was a good pause. I'm sure he wanted to say something there.
He really did.
I'm sure he
That's
did.
why I wonder, like, today, if you're Adam Silver, DeMarco, let's say it's today, that just happened. What are you thinking to yourself? Because you just saw what happened, said that, and have to think today that was terrible.
If I'm Adam Silver, I would turn into Dana White and go berserk on people. I would call everyone. This is terrible. This is horrible for the product. What are we doing? We can't do this. We can't have this. This is horrible. Seriously, I would. I'd call the PA first. I'd call everybody. I'd call my TV partners and apologize. I would. This is horrible. And then I'd find a way to get you guys all in a room and say this is unacceptable. And try to come up with a solution, because that's just terrible.
I just don't know if there's a solution. I really liked your solution you had earlier in the show when you're saying calling it the Mamba Classic. I just don't think anybody will. But at the same time, like there has to be some fix. And also, we still sit there and we still watch it. We hate it. We're hate watching the All-Star game.
This one might be like, the Fonz jumping the shark. Yeah, this is 200 points. Come on, man.
211.
This is stupid. This is dumb. You guys have gone overboard now. There's, like I said, it used to be half speed, 3/4 speed. Now it's like 1/4 speed. It's ridiculous what you guys are doing. You're embarrassing yourself.
Dudes are walking. I don't even know if it's a quarter speed. I don't know what it is anymore. It's just saying, do what you want. Here, do this dunk. Have this shot from 50 feet out. That's all it is at this point. I don't know.
Maybe who was coaching the East and the West? I missed that.
Doc Rivers was one of those.
Oh, yeah, Doc Rivers was, but by
Doc
the way.
should be embarrassed.
God, Doc.
Doc should be embarrassed.
Doc should be embarrassed for everything
Who's
right now.
the toughest coaches in the NBA? Pop is one of them.
Pop.
Then Pop should have to coach the West.
Riley.
Yeah.
And then, is it Pat Riley?
No, it's Eric Spoelstra. Yeah, Spoelstra.
Is he tough?
Yeah, he's tough.
Is he mean?
Yeah, he's probably the best
Then those
coach in
two
the
guys
NBA
should
too.
coach and really go after guys and make them play a little bit
But
harder.
who's going to do anything? Who's actually going to listen to a coach in an All-Star game?
Then your bench then. I'm sure that'll get to them. If you're they all want to play, right? Then you're not playing.
But who do you want to see play? You want to see Dame play and Giannis and Jokic and LeBron and AD.
I do, but I want to see you play the right way.
Tyrese Halliburton. You want to see these dudes play. If they're not playing hard, you're going to put them on the bench and not have them play?
Did you see them play last night? No, I saw a bunch of guys messing around.
Yeah,
I at least want to see you play basketball a little bit.
Well, I mean, they were shooting a basketball.
Well,
does that count?
I can see that at Venice Beach. I don't want to see that. I want to see these guys actually represent basketball and play a little bit.
Yeah.
Not just run around and,
and just shoot up random shots.
Yeah, well, I almost said something. I paused like Adam Silver.
Whoa.
Yeah, I did.
Well, I mean, that's what it is. There's not really much else we're going to get away. I think we've talked enough about the All-Star game throughout this entire day. I think I'm done.
Yeah.
So when Sedano and Beto Duran come in here, we are going to speak zero of the All-Star game.
He was there, though.
Yeah. Who?
Huh?
Sedano.
Sedano was there?
Oh, okay. We'll talk about
Then
it to
blame
talk about
Sedano.
Sedano's.
No, we're not blaming Sedano.
Blame Sedano. It's his fault. Yeah, it's
You're
his
still
fault.
so mad at Sedano for beating you in pickleball.
I'm not mad. I just want to get even. It's that look. You know
I
that
heard you're
look?
not
That's the
good.
competitive fire.
You know the look I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's that look. He gave it to me twice.
I heard
Yeah.
you're not good, bro.
Who told you that?
Sedano.
See? See?
See, you need to fix that.
No.
You haven't, you get mad a lot.
I'm not mad. I don't like to lose.
I still want to know the story, though, because.
Which story?
You came in hot today.
I did?
Yeah, you came in
Oh,
hot.
I forgot about the story.
Oh, the
Yeah, go ahead.
parking,
Yeah,
the
you
parking
came in
story.
hot.
Oh, I'll
So
tell
I
you that
want the
later.
tea.
Okay, I'll tell you that later.
All right, well, we'll bring it up in Crosstalk right when it starts. All
Okay,
right, that'll
cool.
be the first thing we talk about with Sedano, and Beto Duran is going to be in here. And coming up next, we have Game of Games. It's my game. I
good.
made it, so I'm.
ChatGPT.
No, it is not
Oh.
ChatGPT. I made it. It had to do with the All-Star game, kind of. I think you'll appreciate it. We'll see though. That's coming up next. 710 ES.
All right, guys, it's officially back. Fifth Row Fridays presented by BBGO.
That's the official game day snack of the Lakers, by the way. And this is the best thing we give away. Fifth row seats to a Laker game. How many times do people come up to us and say, hey, give me Laker tickets? Yes. We don't have them. I don't even have them, but you can win them if you listen every day.
And these seats are better than the seats that you and Michael have, right?
15 rows better.
Yeah.
Michael and I are like row 20. So here's how you win. You listen every day to all the shows and take notes. If you can answer 5 questions about what happened on the show that day, you're eligible to win.
And don't forget, on Fridays, your chance to call in all 5 right answers, and you are in the fifth row at Crypto.com Arena for a Lakers game.
For free! Big news, Laker fans. John Ireland here. You can now stream every Lakers game on the ESPN LA app. Don't miss a second of the action with Michael Thompson and I on the call. Plus, all your live and local Lakers talk every day in the palm of your hand.
You're one tap away from everything Lakers.
You could even win Lakers tickets.
Download the ESPN LA app and bam!
Download the ESPN LA app at the App Store and Google Play.
Sports radio show in LA, Mason and Ireland.
Game of Games.
Game of Games presented by CallJacob.com.
Call Jacob.
Everyone loves a fighter, but in this town, winning matters, especially after an accident. So remember, anyone can fight, but CallJacob.com is here for you when you need a big win. After an accident, go to CallJacob.com or call 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB. We got the jingle.
Call Jacob.
Thank you. Game of Games time. Take it away, Mace.
Mace is back tomorrow, but Beto Duran is here.
Let's go.
What's up,
I
man?
love this show. I love it driving in. I can only imagine DeMarco at Dave and Buster's.
Oh my God. No, I need you to back me up. She thinks I'm bad at pickleball because George kept beating us that one day. The court was slanted.
And George was on fire that day.
See? That's what I'm talking
The court
about.
was slanted. Did you say the court was slanted?
The court was slanted.
It's on the
Come on,
sand.
man.
I'm dead serious.
Yeah, and George,
Yeah, he had the wind at his
That's
back.
a terrible court then. But yeah.
Well, I mean, he invited us.
Okay, yeah, so
no
you
complaints,
go.
but didn't you feel it too when George beat us?
Yeah.
Didn't you hate it?
We tried.
See? Exactly. I just want to get him back. That's all. It's not anger. Just want to win.
Just want to win.
I just
think
wanna
it's
win.
competitive fire.
That's
we
it.
saw you, Beto, earlier on the Sportsnet. It's
Oh,
a
yeah.
young Beto Duran.
Yeah, all of us were young, 10 years old, about 35 pounds. No residuals.
All right, it's my game today, and mine is going to be about EGOT awards. So Jennifer Hudson.
What's an EGOT?
What's an EGOT?
EGOT is Emmy, Grammy, Oscar, Tony.
Is that what that means?
Yes.
Emmy, Grammy, Oscar, Tony,
yes.
EGOT.
He's
Got
an
it.
EGOT. Jennifer Hudson killed it. Absolutely
Yeah.
killed it at the All-Star Game halftime show. That's how this relates to the All-Star Game. And wore a big 17. Did you see that 17
Yeah.
that she wore? It's because she's the 17th person to win an EGOT.
Oh.
So I looked that up. I'm like, why is she wearing 17? And I found that out, and I thought that was pretty cool. So I have a yes or no quiz on whether or not this person has an EGOT or not.
Okay.
Pretty simple. Yes or no.
Well, I know
So
one.
all of these people have
There I
at
am.
least.
Look at that. Woohoo!
Oh, you
Smooth.
see, there you
Men's
are.
warehouse suit.
All these people have at least 3 awards. 3 of them. So they either have the Emmy, Grammy, Oscar, or Tony. They have 3 of the 4.
Okay.
Or they have all 4.
Okay.
All right, let's go with number 1. Number 1, Mel Brooks. Does he have an EGOT, DeMarco?
Yes.
Beto.
Blazing Saddles, I'm going to say no. I'll say he got robbed.
Okay, Laura.
I'm going to go with no.
You said
And
3 of
Brian.
the 4, right?
No, they have to have at least
All 4.
Does he have all 4? But
Oh.
everybody has at least 3 of the 4, but does he have all 4?
Can I change mine to no then?
No.
You're too late.
Oh, dang.
Brian.
Okay.
I'll go no.
Does everyone know what but DeMarco? The answer is yes.
Okay, good. So
I
he does
saved
have
you.
the Oscar.
He does. He
got
does have the
robbed.
Oscar.
He does have an Oscar.
He has an Emmy,
Okay.
Grammy,
For
Oscar, and a
what?
Tony.
I just want to have an Oscar for what movie?
So I have
the
an-
producers?
Well, he has the Tony for that.
Tony's for that. Okay, never mind.
So, whatever.
We're out of our element, bro.
Okay.
Let's
Yeah.
go back to Dave and Buster's.
All right, number two. Al Pacino. Does he have an EGOT? Beto.
No.
Laura.
No.
Brian.
I'm going to go yes.
Okay. DeMarco.
No.
No is the right answer. He has an Emmy, an Oscar, and a Tony.
Emmy, Oscar, Tony does
Emmy
not have a Grammy.
Does not have a Grammy.
Yeah, he
so
doesn't
only
sing.
Brian missed that one. Okay.
Can you stand the rain?
There you go. All right. Laura, you're going to go first on this one. Liza Minnelli. Does Liza Minnelli have the EGOT?
No.
No. Brian.
Let's go yes.
Okay. DeMarco?
Yes.
And Beto.
She's a lady that never wins, right? Someone say no.
No is the right answer.
Yeah!
She does win, but she has an Emmy, an Oscar, and a Tony, so she does. And that means that
doesn't
For
have
the
a
Grammy.
she does not have the Grammy.
Wow.
So that, Laura, you got
Yes,
that one? And
yes.
DeMarco, you did not.
Yes.
Okay,
think
DeMarco
it
has
was-
2, Beto has 2, Laura has
That's right,
2,
that's
and
right.
Brian still
Liza
empty.
Too much
Minnelli
credit.
was a singer. Yeah, okay.
All
He's
right,
too
all
busy
right.
on date night.
Very talented guy. Number 4, very talented guy. Hugh Jackman. Does Hugh Jackman have an EGOT?
Who's that?
Let's go. Who's
Wolverine.
Who?
Oh, that
Wolverine.
guy, okay.
Yeah.
Again, I don't act like I don't know who these people are. Man. I don't watch anything.
All right, Brian, does he have an EGOT?
Let's
for
go
Curb.
no.
No. DeMarco.
I'll say no.
Beto.
Is he Australian?
Yes.
Then I'm going to say yes.
And Laura.
I think he does.
He has an Emmy, a Grammy, and a Tony. He does not have an Oscar. So Brian and DeMarco with the point there.
There you go, Brian.
But
The
didn't
foreign
win.
press always
Yes.
gets weird votes
yes.
in. So, yeah.
All right, number 5, going back to DeMarco. Whoopi Goldberg. Whoopi Goldberg.
Yes.
Beto.
Yeah.
Laura.
No.
And Brian.
No.
Yes, she does.
That's
So
right.
First time I
DeMarco
heard
started
EGOT.
to run away.
Yeah,
First time I heard EGOT was with her name. Yeah,
Really?
yeah.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. Number 6, Elton John. Elton John, Beto.
Dodger Stadium, yeah.
Okay, Laura,
Yes.
Brian,
Yes.
DeMarco.
No.
He does.
Does.
So now
He
you're
does.
tied up.
He just got one. I just did a story about
He
it.
got an Oscar for what?
No, he just became the.
I know, but
It's
what
probably a song.
Where do you get the? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
All right, so DeMarco 4, Beto 4, Laura 3, Brian 2. So everybody's still in this. I have 10 and a tiebreaker. So this one is
a
number
Pepe game
7. Oh, number 7. John Legend, Laura. John Legend.
John Legend. I'm gonna go. God, I'm gonna go no.
Okay, Brian.
I'm going to go yes.
Okay, DeMarco.
No.
Beto.
Nope.
The answer is yes. He does have. So only Brian got that.
What does he have? What does he have it for?
He has all of them. He has
I
an
know he has
Emmy,
a Grammy.
Oscar, and a Tony.
I want to know what the Oscar for.
Look it up.
Damn.
Produce. Go produce.
I forgot to write what they got it for.
Hey, we don't
for
need all
him.
the details, Bergman. You
Yeah,
have a lot of
exactly.
You guys always
I have
ask
the
me for
answers.
details.
Taking your word
I have
for
the
it.
answers.
Yeah.
Just trying to do the game.
Okay.
All right,
Okay.
number 8.
And run the station.
Yeah, exactly. Too much stuff going on. All right, Brian, you're going first on this one. Number 8 is James Earl Jones. James Earl Jones. Does he have an EGOT?
Baseball.
Baseball.
Let's go yes.
Okay, DeMarco.
Yes.
Beto.
He better, and if he doesn't, he should.
And Laura.
I'll go with the crowd. Yeah.
Don't do it. You don't.
You all got it wrong. He does not.
Ah!
He does not have an Oscar. He has an Emmy, a Grammy, and a Tony. So it's still tied. So it's very, very close. So we're only 2 left. DeMarco, you're going to go first. DeMarco or Beto have to go first right
Okay.
now.
I'll go. I'll go.
All right, go ahead.
Okay. Eminem.
Oh yeah. Yes.
Yes. DeMarco.
Are you saying yes?
He has one. Yeah, he has that. He has EGOT.
No.
Okay. Laura.
No.
Haters.
And Brian.
I'm going to go no.
Haters.
No is the right
No
answer.
Grammy. He doesn't have a Grammy.
He does
No
not.
Grammy.
No, he
Tony.
does have a Grammy.
he has-
he does not have a Tony.
A Tony. Okay.
He's
well,
never
yeah.
done anything on that stage.
Oh yeah, I should have known that.
No, yeah. Okay,
like
so
8
this
Mile on
last one, DeMarco has the lead. Everybody's still alive. DeMarco
What's the
5,
score,
Beto
sorry?
4, Laura 4, and Brian 4. So you all have to go opposite of DeMarco.
Okay.
DeMarco,
Yeah.
Common. Does Common have an EGOT?
Oh, I know the answer to that one.
Extremely talented.
Yeah, I know it.
I'm going to say yes. I'm
Okay.
going to err on the side of yes.
So everybody else goes no?
Yeah, well, we have to.
You wrong, bro.
The answer is no.
No! I was like, please say yes, bro. Please say yes.
He has an Emmy,
I
a
love
Grammy,
Common.
and an Oscar, just like Eminem. No Tony.
No clue.
So
Wow.
that means you're all tied with 5.
No,
I do
love
have a
Common,
tiebreaker.
so.
I don't even know.
Okay, you had no clue. You were
He did
guessing.
some stage stuff.
All
Okay.
right, so here we go. So this is for the tiebreaker. Closest without going over.
Okay.
Because it's a
without going
year.
over.
Because it's a year, and I don't want to have to figure it out. So Richard Rogers was the first
Wait,
EGOT
who?
winner. Richard Rogers. He's a guy, and he has an EGOT.
Do you guys have? Are you guys writing it down?
Yeah, you have to write it down.
You have to
So
write it down.
Richard Rogers was the first EGOT winner. Let me know when you guys are ready.
The
What
year?
What year did he complete all 4? When did he get it all? And we'll start with, since you have a pen, Beto.
48.
1948. DeMarco?
1952.
1952.
I was gonna say
Laura?
1954.
1954. Brian?
1944.
1944. And the answer is 1962. That means Laura is your winner today.
Thank you,
On the
thank you.
tiebreaker. Nice job, Laura.
Now, who is he?
that.
Aaron's brother?
Yeah, he's a guy. He's a guy. I didn't really look
No,
too
you
far
gotta
into
have
it.
the answer to the.
Oh, no,
Richard
no,
Rogers.
bro.
No, to the
No
tiebreaker.
question.
He is an American composer received his 4th Distinct Award in 1962. He's a composer. Best song, he won Best Song for the Academy Award for It Might As Well Be Spring.
Oh, yeah.
He won an Emmy for Winston Churchill, The Valiant Years.
Saw it the other night.
Got a Grammy for The Sound of Music and No Strings. That's a
No
best
Scrubs.
Original,
Yeah,
best original
well,
cast
good
album.
song.
You got
I
a
don't
ton. You
want
got a
no
ton of
scrub.
Tony Awards for South Pacific, The King and I, The Sound of Music, and No Strings.
Oh,
Never heard of
Ireland
that.
would have got that one.
I did this because I knew both of them were not here. They both
Mason
would have
got
got
that
it.
one?
Huh?
Oh, Mason would have done
Yeah,
it.
They would have been.
Sure.
They
Any
would've been
award
them
show,
too.
Really?
Mason knows
Okay.
it, yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
award show John. Like,
Oh, my bad.
He's
Yeah.
getting.
Okay.
He's
Wow.
absolutely
That's
getting
good.
it.
Jackman
Good
has a
game.
Grammy.
No, he's got basically
Great game,
everything.
Greg. Greg.
Thank you.
great.
Great
game.
That was good. That was solid.
Thank you.
I
Thank
won,
you.
so
Thank
great
you.
game.
Right,
Wow.
Of course it was. Yeah, Hugh Jackman has an Emmy, a Grammy, and a Tony. So
A
Hugh
Grammy
Jackman
for what?
He won because he did the the musical that he did.
Oh,
the Greatest
Greatest
Showman.
Showman?
The Greatest Showman.
Fantastic movie.
It was
Yeah.
great movie.
Okay, I
and
didn't know he
won
won a Grammy for that.
I'm pretty sure he won a Grammy for that. So very, very talented guy. All right, Beto.
Just like you, Bergman.
No.
You're a producer award winner, host
No, I am
award
not
winner.
an award winner. I am not a
Lindsay.
host
Yeah, you
award
are.
winner. No, I did not win any of those things.
You want to win
Lindsay.
something right now?
Sure.
You win the Beto Vision Producer of the Year award.
Nice.
There you go. Not that
Hey,
hard.
that's way
I have my own
better.
show now. On the Friday, I had my own the
Okay.
Beto Vision show debut.
I heard that. What happened there?
Oh, it was the best 40 minutes of radio. A la Hacksaw.
Sedano wasn't feeling well.
So
He
George played hurt on Friday. We thought George was in a serious mood, right?
Right.
He was very sports talk.
I saw online
Yeah.
in the communities,
And-
everybody's like, "You guys are mad."
Yeah, and it turns out he was sick. He was nauseous, and then that led to a migraine, and he kept on doing the show. Then finally, we brought back from commercial one time, and Laura was like, "Go, go, go!" I'm like, hey, here on. He was sick. He had to play in the catch today. He had a migraine that developed, and he actually left the last 40 minutes. So we had the Beto Vision debut, man. It was good.
So for the last 40 minutes, you did some big deal, no deal, and then you had dealer's choice.
I had no idea what we did.
We did. That's exact. We did. We incorporated the kids in the back.
Done,
It was
bro.
fun. It was fun.
I was done. I was tequila
Yeah,
time.
I heard that. I heard that.
He wasn't.
Laura was
He
telling
had
me.
it.
Laura was telling me that Nathan did really well.
Yeah, so the kids in the back on the Lakers postgame show, we do a good job of having them take over the last segment. They give me what's going on social media currency. DeMarco is just a way for me to get the young kids to make the old guys sound kind of young.
Yeah,
And they give us the social media currency. We pretend like we know what they're talking about, right? When they start bringing up people. So they did that, and they did a good job. Nate's they write good games, man. They did a good job.
I really like that you bring those dudes on for the postgame
Well,
show.
because
It adds a little extra.
It adds extra because they'll be at the games, and DeAndre's there too. They see him, and they're like, "Oh, there's so and so," and I'm like, "Yeah." And I text my kid, I'm like, "Who's this?"
Wow.
Because look, we're in our 40s, and we think we know what's going on. And one of my complaints about this station is like sometimes they're Laura, you're an old lady too. You're
I'm
old.
not. I'm still in my 30s.
No,
Okay?
you were. Did I not call you
It's okay,
out for
I'm
the
an
name
old
of being
man. I totally know
No,
it.
but we know,
Seasoned.
we go
Yes.
with what we know. Then we
Yeah.
don't understand what's going on at times. So, like some of the music that gets played, I'm like when Chrissy does all that yacht rock, I'm like, I don't know what the heck that yacht stuff is. Mind you, I'm the guy who listens to classic vinyl on the drive-in all the time.
yeah,
so,
no doubt.
so I know that stuff, but some of the other things, and it's like I always say, it's broadcasting, right? So
Yeah.
you gotta. So I like having the kids in the back because they incorporate some of the young stuff. I tell DeAndre to bring the young music, or Will, who works with it, because it sounds like a Lakers audience. Because
Sounds
Lakers
hip.
audience, you're gonna have the old people.
Yep.
Who've been there when I saw Elgin Baylor. And
That's
then
my
you're-
favorite. That's my favorite. I've been a Laker fan for 55 years.
Yeah,
Cool.
and then
Good for you.
And then you bring in the young
Hey.
kids who are like, "Hey, what's your favorite Laker memory?" "Oh, I remember my first game was watching Powell and Kobe." I'm like,
No,
"Oh,
wow.
man.
But that's how you don't become old, by surrounding yourself with young people and you stay hip in what's going on. So when we saw Drewski at the game, I told DeAndre,
Hey,
like,
Drewski.
Drewski was there.
Yeah.
Right? I was like, "Oh, you got to get that guy on, bro."
He's funny.
Yeah. And Greg's like, "Who?"
Do you know?
No,
You don't?
no, I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh,
Drewski.
online
Who's
dude.
that?
He's hilarious.
Oh,
yeah.
it's influencer.
Skits and
No,
whatnot.
he does a lot of skits. It's
Yeah.
like right now the thing is it's not comedians anymore. It's the kids who are doing skits,
Content.
and their content, and they're hitting. There's a
Content
lot
is
of that
king.
going on.
Did you see? Did he really hit for $1 million, Drewski, or is that just
So
fake?
he did a prize pick thing. He
Yeah.
and something
Drewski.
Rose.
Yeah.
I forget her name. But another so prize pick
DJ
Spain. No, just Drewski. You'll see he has he did a lot of skits of like what it's like to be a football coach and a
Yeah,
football
yeah,
parent,
yeah.
all that stuff. Anyways, so on Prize Picks he did hit, but he didn't put his own money up.
Oh,
So
okay.
what Prize Picks was doing was if you they have a lot of celebrity pickers
Yeah.
or influencers that hey tail what I'm doing and you get something. So Drewski put a 4-teamer out there, and it's like
It
this.
hit.
It hit, but the thing was, Prize Picks said we'll pay this up to $1 million, and if you tail him as in go in the bet with him,
Yeah.
you'll get percentage, like
Part
you
of
get,
it. Okay.
No, but it's more you get credit for yours, split by how many people played. So I tailed Drewski, and I'm like, I got like $15 credit.
Oh
or
my
something
gosh.
like that.
Okay. Yeah. He really went overboard.
Yeah,
like
him and-
celebrating. It was
him and-
funny.
Oh yeah, because he hit it, but it wasn't like he put his own money in.
Okay.
He didn't win $1 million.
Yeah.
He also knows how to act.
This is a world that I just am not aware of. I know Mr. Beast, and that's it. But right now, Sedano's there. Let's hit the super stager.
ESPN AM 710 Los Angeles. KRDC AM 1110 Pasadena, Los Angeles.
K256CX 99.1 FM, Pasadena, Los Angeles.
It's the greatest segment in LA sports radio history.
Oh my God. When the shows come together for magic on the radio.
It will only grow stronger. Super Crosstalk.
Are we ready for Sedano and Cap to join Mason and Ireland?
Super Crosstalk begins.
Super Crosstalk. Presented by Coors Light. Coors Light. Made to chill.
It's time for
Soper Crosstalk.
All right, Sedano, you're at home today. How was Indiana?
Cold. You know who Drewski is? He's in all those Google Pixel NBA commercials.
He's funny.
Dude, okay, when you're watching an NBA game, you see, you know, when the Google Pixel commercial comes out, and he's like a heavyset black dude with like blonde hair, and he does like the commercials where he's like broadcasting the game, and Jimmy Butler's playing.
Unforgettable face.
Okay,
Richard Jefferson comes and is like, "Hey, stealing my job," or whatever. Like,
he has blonde hair.
Yes.
Well, he had it at the time.
Yeah.
Well, right.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, now I know who that is.
Yeah, he's in all the NBA Google Pixel. The
7
Giannis
million
ones.
followers.
Yeah, he's in all of them.
And now he's doing content. He sold out Peacock Theater a couple months ago.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Yeah, he was at the slam dunk competition on Saturday.
Oh, nice. He didn't get dunked over by Jaylen Brown from a
That would have been
ridiculous
impressive, dunking over him.
If Drewski would have came out?
Yes, that would have been impressive.
That would have been better.
Yeah.
Than a
I thought,
5'4"
let me tell you
guy.
something. I will say this. I thought the judges were really harsh early on Obi Toppin's brother Jacob and Jaime Jaquez Jr.
100%.
Like, I don't think those guys' dunks were that much worse than the guys who went and ended up in the final. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I actually thought all those dunks were fairly close.
I thought Jaylen Brown's dunks were all dunks he would do in a game. Besides,
Well, he wouldn't put the left-hand glove thing on, which was great.
Yeah, but I mean, like, was
he's
that
making
better
fun
than
of himself, clearly, in that
Clearly, but was it better than what Jaime did with jumping over Shaq or like his spin? I mean, I thought it was.
Yeah,
way
I mean,
better.
listen, I thought Mac McClung was the best of all of them by far because he
He had
was
the best dunk.
That's what he does.
right. Well, he's actually a pretty good G League player. Like,
He
I
is.
don't know
He's
if
solid for G League.
I don't know if
a
he's an
couple
NBA player, but he's definitely a good G League player. But he basically, they've all done dunks at this point that we've seen, some version of it, right? Where the difference between Mac McClung and those guys is that Mac McClung is putting a small little twist on it, right? So like when he jumped over Shaq, he cleared him, unlike Jaime Jaquez, right? And then he did a little quick double pump before he slammed it, which was crazy. So like, he's definitely differentiating himself from those other guys. I will give Jaylen Brown a lot of credit because there's not a lot of all-stars competing in the slam dunk competition anymore.
Joe, do you think I didn't even think about that? Do you think that's why they moved him forward because he was a bigger star and he was doing the dunk contest? Because the dunks weren't great. They were not great at all.
Oh, I don't know if that's what the judges were doing. Like, I'm not claiming that Dominique Wilkins and Gary Payton were cheating or something. They just liked their dunks better.
Yeah.
But I just think I thought that they were a little harsh on the guys early on, the Jaquez and Toppin. So.
I just like the Instagram of Jaquez. I guess that LED court. I didn't watch it.
Oh,
but
dude,
they put
the LED court in person was. I don't know how it looked on TV. I'm sure it looked okay.
It was great. It was cool.
Phenomenal.
I liked it.
In person, out of control.
Yeah, it was cool. There was a picture of Jaquez dunking, and on the court they put the Mexican flag inside the key. So that one got thrown all throughout my.
I liked when they were
medias.
walking. It was all fire.
Well, and when he did that, he put on. They made a special. You know, the Heat culture thing.
Yep.
They made a special one that said it in Spanish. It said El Heat La Cultura.
Oh, nice.
And he was wearing the hat too.
Right.
Yeah. That one was really cool. I like the Mac McClung when he did the dunk and he let go of the ball and caught it again and then dunked.
Yeah, like he's doing slightly different stuff on stuff we've already seen, whereas the other guys are doing stuff we've already seen. So he deserves to be the guy.
Sure.
But yeah, look, the slam dunk competition is going to stink, like in theory, until you get big names again. Stephen A is right about LeBron. LeBron broke that chain of superstars doing the slam dunk because we had the Dominiques of the world, the Michael Jordans of the world,
Kobe, Vince,
Vince Carter. You know what I'm saying?
Brett Barry.
No.
But, right.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Not
sorry,
Brent Barry.
too much.
Not Brent Barry.
Hey, NBA, have some respect for Bones.
Go ahead.
Dwight Howard was probably the last super duper
That's
star.
right. Him and Nate, right? They had the skit going back and
Well,
forth.
and he won one before Nate. Then Nate won 2 in a row. He lost to Nate, and then Nate won again. So it's like he kind of broke that chain. And then we had 2 good ones with Zach LaVine and Aaron Gordon.
Those
but
were amazing.
Was good.
Didn't Blake Griffin do one?
Blake did one.
He jumped over a key.
Yeah, that counts. Yeah, that
right,
was fun.
but again,
Yeah.
he did it when he was young. So LeBron broke that kind of kinetic chain of young superstars doing the event.
Yep. He would, and if he would have kept doing it, I think it would have been a better thing moving forward.
To your point, though, what would impress you on a dunk these days? What haven't you
Mac
seen?
McClung, what he's doing, like he's he's basically taking the dunks that everybody's done, but he's putting his own twist on it, like the double pump when you're jumping over a 7'2" guy. You know what I mean? Like that takes a lot of first of all, incredible athleticism to pull off.
No doubt.
You still got to get up.
Vertical,
7'2".
right? I know. Amazing. Wow.
You know his dad played baseball. I mean, not his dad. I'm sorry. His uncle was a Major League Baseball pitcher.
No, didn't know that.
Yeah, Seth McClung. He pitched for a bunch of different teams, the Braves, the Brewers. He played for a long time as like a middle reliever.
Didn't know that, but more importantly, Sedano, did you wear the turtleneck?
I did. I wore it on Saturday.
We had a big thing on.
turtleneck.
Remember the crosstalk? We were trying
Yeah.
to figure out what George was going to wear. Oh yeah, man.
Yeah, no, Saturday I wore the black turtleneck.
We're fashion consultants here. We do it all on the show tomorrow.
And then yesterday I went like very classic, like black suit, black tie, white shirt.
you
you know what I mean?
Reservoir Dogs ready to
Yeah,
go.
I mean,
man.
for the game, you have to look nice.
For the All-Star game, you wore all black?
Yeah, for the All-Star game, I
dying.
Good.
white shirt.
Good. It was a funeral. It was terrible. What are we doing here?
It was the funeral of the All-Star game, so it was appropriate as what you're
What are we
saying.
doing?
Says the guy who played in a Pro Bowl, kind of.
But I'm just saying, 211 points. Come on, man. Really? Is this what we're doing now?
Get after it. You saw history.
The defense,
No. How
they
many
need to figure out. I mean, even LeBron talked about it afterwards, that there needs to be some changes to it, you know?
How do you change it? What would you do?
Is it money? Because that's what DeMarco was talking about early. Was he was saying that
Well, they've
first of
already
all
done
change the
money.
name.
They've already done it. They did it with the in-season tournament. So just do it for the dunk
Money.
competition too.
Well, what do you think of this? What do you think if you named it after Kobe? Called it the
Kobe already has the MVP trophy in the final.
What if you called it the Mamba All-Star game? Maybe these guys play a little bit harder. There's no way you put
because
forth
again,
that effort.
the MVP trophy is already named after him. So like that's not
not going to work. Wow.
Yeah, it's got to be money. Like money clearly money motivated them. Did you see how they were playing defense in Vegas?
True.
Like so, you know.
So
Cream.
Maybe that's the way. But
Cream, baby.
And by the way, not even in Vegas. All those, not all of them, but I would say most of the kind of in-season tournament games that happened during the regular season, particularly like the second half of those, teams were going after it. Like they were playing hard in those games in December.
So $500,000 will get it done.
What did they get for the in-season tournament? Was it
500?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was 500,000 divided like
No. Each player got $500,000.
Oh, then you got to do more than that for the slam dunk. You got to go like a couple mil.
And the All-Star game.
Mil.
Wow. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Why are we even
All-Star
doing
game.
this? Yeah.
Yeah,
You
because
gotta pay them to play
that's what you're talking about. You're the top of the top.
Yeah.
If you put
$1 million to the winners.
If you put $1 million or $2 million on the, how about this? You put $2 million on the line. $1 million goes to the player. $1 million goes to the charity of his choice.
Oh, you might get somebody to play harder.
Maybe then you will. Yeah.
That might help. Okay, that's a good one.
So I got a question when it comes to the All-Star game, the MVP, the Kobe Bryant MVP trophy. Why does it matter what team you're on? You're on the winning team, so you automatically get an All-Star game trophy, the MVP. Cat had 50 points.
Yeah, but Cat had 50 points in a game that was a 25-point blowout.
Because there's no.
But you're not the MVP. You weren't valuable enough there.
They're not playing
No,
anything.
you're giving away the trophy for the guy who scored the most points.
I mean, but that's the whole point of the All-Star game, especially
because
this way it is.
No, it's not. Damian Lillard and Tyrese Halliburton put it on the Western Conference in that first half, shooting threes, and then, kept it going like a little bit. But they were the ones that built the 25-point lead. So it's those two guys, not a guy who's down, 25, 30 points and starts balling out and scoring when no one else wants to shoot. He's the only one shooting it.
Well, I mean, like, nobody's playing any different defense. No one's doing anything. The point differential doesn't matter
Would
to
you
me.
give the MVP to the losing team in the NBA Finals?
I don't think in the All-Star game
I mean,
it
Jerry
matters
West
what
allegedly
game
threw
won.
that MVP in the trash, right? Or something like that. At least he did in that show that they hated.
Wow.
Winning time? Yeah. Because that was all real. I thought it was all
But that's
completely
my
real.
point. Like, you can't be the MVP of the All-Star game when your team was down 25 points or whatever.
Again, I don't think that the teams matter in this game. I don't think the amount of
Greg,
points scored.
His value. What value did he bring to the game?
What value did anybody bring to the game?
Nothing.
Damian Lillard was hitting shots from half court in a game.
That was impressive. That was impressive.
And they were playing hard in the first quarter. Maybe not defensively, but offensively. No, but seriously, offensively.
I mean, hitting shots with no defense is. I mean, who cares then?
Can you let me talk?
No.
It's our crosstalk.
It's our crosstalk.
You can have it, bro. You can have it all you want. Go ahead, break down this game.
So it's not about just the defense. They were running at a real pace in the first half. Like, they may not have been playing defense, but they were legit running. In the second half, they weren't running anymore on offense. They were playing like pickup ball. It wasn't the same. They actually ran out of the gates fast. Like, offensive pace was insane. Like, Doc Rivers told me he wanted his team to shoot like 53s or make 53s or whatever it was. They wanted to get up and down, and they did that early.
Wait, Doc was coaching?
Carl Anthony Towns didn't do anything to impact that game.
Wait, for real, I didn't watch it all, right? So Doc was coaching the All-Star game?
It's more than he does in Milwaukee.
Wait.
Yeah.
He was the coach because
he was there.
Because they have a rule that you can't go back to back anymore.
Uh-huh.
So the Boston coach couldn't coach.
That's like having one of the celebrity coaches out there just show up and go. That's fantastic.
I mean, that's all Doc is now.
Wow.
Bucks talk with Bergman.
I've always thought he was overrated.
Yeah,
that has nothing to do with where he works.
Wow.
That's a whole other
Bergman's
story.
comfortable.
I'm learning so much about you.
Another story.
Wow.
Yeah, but you can't be giving no cat no MVP.
I really don't care who the MVP was.
No.
I mean, you're the one that's arguing about it.
No.
It was just fun. I really could
You
care
know who
less
Cat
in the
is?
All-Star game. The whole
Carl
All-Star.
Anthony Towns?
Okay.
Big dude.
Of course
Yeah.
he knows.
Well, I don't know.
Why do you think DeMarco doesn't know who
Big
he is?
dude.
No, because I'm just asking, because I'm Googling right now.
He's the cat and DeMarco's the baby whale.
There you go.
That's right.
Absolutely. Yes, sir. Wow.
All right, what you
All
guys
right,
gonna
boys,
talk
have a
about?
good show.
No,
wait.
it's not a little time. Don't worry.
Oh,
DeMarco,
I'm
Yes, sir.
staying.
if you're the Rams, I'm not saying you do this early. Shouldn't you draft a quarterback somewhere?
Wow, it depends, man. I mean, my first choice would be talking Carson Wentz into staying, but it's going to cost you. It's going to cost you $7-8 million to keep him as a backup because somebody's going to offer him a chance to compete for a job. But if he leaves and you don't have a backup and Michael Penix or some quarterback is sitting there at number 19, how can you say no to that?
Oh, you're saying in the first round?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
How can you say
Because
no?
I was thinking more like second, third, fourth.
Yeah.
Sure.
Like I was thinking like Michael Pratt, the kid from Tulane who played in an up-tempo offense, like and is got like pro style play as well. Like he's got experience playing pro style as well. So I was thinking like that.
Well,
like
you got
you
Stafford.
want Michael Penix. Like I'm in on that too. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, Stafford's got what 2 years maybe max. Maybe. So you have to get started on your future. So
They hired two quarterbacks.
Absolutely.
Two quarterback coaches. They
A
had
guy you
quarterback
draft-
coach and a passing game coordinator.
a guy you draft now is probably going to wind up starting for you in 2 years. So you better make sure it's one of those guys.
They're
Yeah,
shoring
I
up the
think that's the
offensive
move.
side.
Like Green Bay, dating back to Ron Wolf, used to draft a quarterback every year. Not early necessarily.
You could
but
keep 3 back then, so it was different. Yeah, I mean,
Right.
But they were making moves back
absolutely. You
But they were
always-
trading those guys too and getting something back, some compensation. For
You're
those
flipping
guys.
picks, no doubt. And you got lucky this year. I thought it really the Brett Rippon debacle in Green Bay that kind of underscored how deficient you were at backup quarterback. Yeah, so you
It's a
need a
Rams
credible
legend there. Have
backup.
respect.
Yeah, like I said, I would
Is he
talk
more
Carson Wentz into
related to Mark
staying.
Rippon?
Yeah, nephew.
Yes,
Oh, nephew.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. I would talk him into staying. If not, then I'd have to draft somebody.
Yeah, on Friday, DeMarco was talking about how he wants Carson Wentz here no matter what. He thinks if he can get a job as a starting quarterback somewhere else,
Oh,
cool,
yeah,
go.
I would
but
that'd be fine. But I'd still, even if you kept him, I'd take one late. You know what I mean? Like in the middle rounds somewhere.
A practice squad
Like
guy.
a developmental guy, right?
Yeah, yeah.
What you were trying to do with Stetson Bennett last year, who I don't think has any NFL future, even before whatever happened. I just am not sold on a 5'11" quarterback with limited athleticism. You know what I mean? Like it's just not, and not a big arm either. So I just never thought he was going to be a good player.
I don't have anybody. If you went to Georgia for 6 years and didn't graduate, that's a thing
That's
for me.
a flag.
Oh,
That's a
that-
flag.
That narrows it down.
I mean, right? It's not like we're saying
be a flag. Yeah.
It's not like we're saying.
I went to
right,
El Camino for 5, still haven't transferred.
I mean, it's not. He didn't go to like Vandy, which is like the prestigious academic school in the SEC. You know what I mean?
Right. Not graduating. Said a
minor
little bit of something to me.
details,
All
minor
right, boys.
details.
You can talk about whatever
All
you
right,
want to
boys,
do.
have a
Let's
good
get out of
show.
here.
You got it.